Hey gang, before we go live and we have our fun and our merriment and we celebrate 100 episodes of Deep Cuts Live, 100 live streams, I have the unfortunate duty of reporting that one of our own has passed away. Mark McAllister, better known to folks in the chat, better known to folks online as Drugz Delaney. I got the text middle of the night last night that Drugz passed away, and it sucks. It really sucks. If you didn't know Mark personally, if you were his friend, he supported you to the ends of the earth. He blew the trumpet for you. You didn't have to promote yourself. He'd promote you times 10. He'd tell everybody how great he thought you were. Regardless, his support was unconditional. Always loved seeing him pop into the chat every Tuesday when we'd be streaming. He would do it. He pulled up on his phone driving or getting a ride home from work, just to, even if he couldn't stay long, he told me he just wanted to, help the numbers by one if he could. But just wanted to let everybody know. And tonight's stream is in honor of Mark, in honor of Drugz. So let's all have some fun in his name, and let's go.
From the swamps of Louisiana, the Cajun Predator.
The day of the hairy freak, or the fat slob, is practically gone.
Let the party begin. I've got snacks.
Look at us. We did it again. Another 6 days round the sun. Welcome one and all. The 100th episode, the 100th edition. WCW Deep Cuts Live. My name is Tom. Right there, you think after 100 times I'd get that right. But I'm not right. I'm wrong. Hello to everybody in the Erotic Eric Fontaine fan club, aka the chat. Let me know how I sound. I adjusted a couple things mic wise. I'm not sure if they sound decent. If not, I'll go back to the old way. Yeah, so hello to everyone in the chat. Also shout out to Yankee Hawk, Bam Dog Therapy, and Jonathan Mayer for all up in their subs before we went live this evening. Thought I heard something else go off. Shout out Refs' Wizards as well for upping your sub, and Ghost of Bert Prentice and Dave in Syracuse. Why did I say your name, Dave Syracuse? Your name's not Dave Syracuse. But yeah, hello everyone. This is the 100th time I have had the honor saying hello to you all live here on Twitch. 100 of these. Who would have thought? 100 of these in a second. For the first time ever, we will be watching a pay-per-view, which means very likely This is the only time anyone will ever see this. Very likely this ain't going up on YouTube, so let's enjoy it while we can, because it's a fleeting moment. Speaking of YouTube, I'd like to give a shout out to all the YouTube members out there. Brian Dermody, the man, the myth, the legend, Kamish Spiffy, Toroid 11, Dave in Syracuse, everybody's friend Jonathan Mayer, the Scott Keith, Hidden Track, Izzy McClure, Jason Honeycutt, Fartmaster Supreme, Ken Terminated DQ, JT, Jacob Kinney, Brenticus Maximus, we'll get to Brent in a second, Champagne and JD, Adam Suzanne, the Suzanimal, Yankee Hawk, Peyton Andrews, Adam Simon, Brent Clark, Anthony Marola, Stephen J. Neptune Man, Bam 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 Dog, Sean Fox, Jesse, Jamie, Impwa, Wild Woobs, Brandon Stevenson, Bagsley, Justin, Casual Villainy, Dima Bauer, Ninja Tyler Black, Active Graves, Mark Webster, Justin aka Buddha Bull, and our newest member Unpop. So close to finishing the third column. That is you, Ninja Tyler Black. So thank you all so much. Once again, YouTube members, if you want to become one, you can go to tinyurl.com/givetommoney, and you can give me money to be a content boy. We'll be doing Not Quite Wrestling again here in a week or two, or a couple weeks, and I'll let you know about that soon. So speaking of cool things, look at this right here. Look at this. That's the coolest thing I own, and you can have one just like it. Go to brenttech.etsy.com, use the code NOTTHATTOMGreen for 10% off your own sign just like this, or a bunch of other 3D print art from our own Brent. He does wonderful work. So go over there, brenttech.etsy.com, use the code NOTTHATTOMGreen, my name, for 10% off your order. Now, speaking of great folks like Brent, if you're in the chat and you don't want it to end after this evening, you can go to the Discord. tinyurl.com/discord for Tom Green. Go in there. There are a lot of wonderful folks chatting it up, chopping it up about things. I'm in there often. That's just, if you've never been in a Discord, it's like a chat room, but on crack. So yeah, tinyurl.com/discord for Tom Green. All right. So without any further ado, I think it's time. Do you think it's time? I think it's time. I definitely think it's time. It's time to watch the show that you voted on last week. You, the live viewer. Battlebowl 93, the Lethal Lottery. The show so bad that they stopped doing this shit for 3 years afterwards. Let's go. Alright, as always, let me know how things sound.
Strong survive, get into the last round. It's about winning at all costs. Battlebowl is.
I've always liked this opening video package.
It's a night of uncertainty. It's the luck of the draw. It's an eye gouging, hair ripping brawl. You know Battlebowl, with Battlebowl.
What the blah? Jerry Sachs can't even speak English. So this was the first year, and I think the only year, that Battlebowl was just its own pay-per-view. Peter Crawford, thank you for the sub. Got so many of your subs tonight that I'm going to put in a little syringe. I'm going to shoot into my butt cheek. Show audio could be a smidge louder. Okay. I will take that, and I have made something of it.
Along with Jesse the Body Ventura, it's our third.
It's Jesse Ventura alongside his little boy robot ventriloquist dummy, Tony Schiavone.
The Battlebowl champion.
Well, Tony, let me tell
that totally not fake sign in the front row that was printed. Cecil Nix, thank you so much for the sub. Oh my goodness, I'm gonna look like Frankie the Mobster at the end of the night. All these subs I'm sticking to my syringe. putting him a butt cheek.
It's like winning that Super Bowl ring.
You can come into a wrestling event in WCW knowing who your opponent or your partner will be.
Oh yeah, see, so yeah, Battlebowl,
Separate dressing rooms awaiting their name to be called. And when they are called, they will find out who their partner would be.
That's clearly just two different sides of the same room.
They will compete
like
in
they put all the baby faces over by the
tag
vanity.
team match. The winners will advance to Battlebowl, a 16-man over-the-top rope battle royal. The first Battlebowl champion was Sting.
Jesse Ventura is dressed
champion, the Great Muta, is
like the
not
cool
his
rock, like the rocker principal on like a Nickelodeon show.
He'll be assisted by
Tony was Jesse Small Wonder.
Who's going to read the name?
Mean Gene is. Let's go to Mean Gene Okerlund along with Fifi as we're set to go with the first two teams in Battlebowl.
All right, I thank you very much.
Mean Gene and Fifi, who I believe recently just left Ric Flair.
A whole lot more pleasant. I'm going to be assisted by Fifi, who of course has been affiliated with the Nature Boy Ric Flair in the past, but Fifi, it's going to be a little different tonight. You and I are going to have a
Thanks
lot
for the
of fun.
cheers, Commodore Amigo. Rock on.
Oh, excuse me. Just a second there. Fifi, let's draw the first couple of names for this time. Let's roll this barrel one more time. The way these names
I always
come
love
out is the way these
the bingo
guys
tumblers and the barrel rolls for the names. I just think they should make a show out of that. Hey, Will Hall. Long time no speak. Glad to have you here.
Whoa. The name of Cactus Jack.
Ooh. Cacti Jack Eye. Fifi look like current day Soleil Mood Fry.
Who this next one will be?
Missy, she was with the Nasties, but I don't think she was there at the show. Oh my gosh. Rip Rogers just got a concussion.
My goodness. Can you believe that? It's Cactus Jack and Vader right out of the box. I mean, our last paper.
Rowan Fresh, I believe you're referring to Rip Rogers.
Well, we'll find out if they're professional.
Yes, Cactus Jack and Vader had just headlined Halloween Havoc the month before. Muda was 92. Cole, again, this is when Harlem Heat were Kane and Cole.
You go get him, baby. Go get that sucker. I got your back.
Wizbo, thank you so much for the follow.
And his
much appreciated.
Native American superstar Charlie Norris. Charlie
Oh,
Norris. I think Gene said Cole, but
big fan of Payne in there going, oh man, hey Westagon.
An American Indian star Charlie Norris going against the most unlikely team that I could ever imagine, Tony.
Vader wearing his gear inside out, clearly.
Look at this.
Why did he just punch Harley?
The match has not officially started.
Like, what did Harley just no-sells it?
Pick it up where they left off at Halloween Havoc.
Stevie Ray's like, yes, I will beat up Cactus Jack as well.
Cole of Harlem Heat is helping Vader beat up Cactus. This is crazy, Tony.
This is crazy, Tony. Who would have thunk it?
He's against this team of Vader Cactus. Harley Race goes down.
Vader hit Race.
Here comes Charlie Norris to not save the day.
Charlie Norris, and I don't know if we've gotten this started yet.
Oh my gosh. Okay, that ramp's like 3 feet high. I think this was a $20 pay-per-view, yes, Jonathan.
Now, Kane made it out here. I can't understand, I guess.
But it was also sandwiched in between Halloween Havoc and Starcade at a time when promotions were not running monthly pay-per-views.
The legal men, I guess, are going to be Cactus Jack. Meanwhile, in the rampway,
I'm pretty sure this thing got its ass kicked
to get in the ring.
on pay-per-view. You can't go to Battlebowl. You know that thing that's really important that nobody ever talks about other than this one show?
Convinced Vader that he needs to be in the tag team or he ain't going on to Battlebowl.
And Mick Foley is so damn big.
Once again, as we said, they got to
like Stevie Ray's a huge dude.
Let's see what happens here.
And Mick Foley is like 3 times the width.
Got to win. And there you see Vader going after Cole of Harlem Heat.
And Cactus goes after Vader.
And Race is caught in the middle.
Harley Race wants to make this a team.
I kind of like the idea of Vader and Cactus being a team that, like, can't stand each other. That they're so dangerous. But, like, Harley gets them to get along. Ninja Teller Black, the teams are Cactus Jack and Vader against Charlie Norris and Cole.
Certainly the past year, I mean, Cactus was injured by Vader in April of '93.
Also, Charlie Norris was a giant man as well.
Found in Cleveland, got back in the ring finally on September 19th and got the bag
60,000 pay-per-view buys. Thank you, Westagon. That's at a time where, like, nothing is getting below 100.
Now who's Vader gonna hit?
No, they don't DQ you for attacking your teammate.
Apparently Harley Race got through to both of them. And look at Harley's on the outside. You can see he's breathing a sigh of relief.
Brian, this did a worse buy rate than a competing pay-per-view service's premiere airing of the Robert Downey Jr. rom-com Heart and Souls.
After Charlie Norris, Charlie really the youngster in this. The rookie.
So there is an infamous story behind this that Vader kind of roughed up Charlie Norris during this match.
And Vader caught him. Is he going to go for a pin? No.
So the Charlie Norris lawsuit's a little more complicated than that, Commodore Amigo. It wasn't just that he did wear, you know, he dressed the part. He wore costume. Oh my gosh. In tribute to his ancestors. But like you watch him on indie shows, he was not doing all the cheap Dre Strongbow Tonka shit. And like, if you watch him try to do that on WCW TV, like the rain dances and shit, he does not look comfortable doing it. So, and plus again, Greg Gagne, quote, showing him how to be Indian.
Vader sent Charlie Norris toward the rope, but Norris put the brakes on that time, but Vader still...
So yeah, Stevie kind of helped Charlie Norris.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, because I believe the story is Stevie got pissed off that Vader was being rough and got back at him. That's right.
Return match at the beginning of this year. Here's the cover. 2 count.
2 count by Cactus Jack. He's going to try again on Norris. You know, I think Vader should have went for the pin earlier. When he came off that second
Greg Gagne.
Norris, I think he could have
hey,
pinned
it's
him right there.
Tiffany Stratton's kayfabe
down.
dad.
Belly to back, not much altitude on that one. Kind of fell back with him. Sloppy suplex right
Charlie
there.
Norris was a Minnesota indie guy. Like he probably would have been an AWA guy had the AWA continued on into the mid-90s.
20 minutes, a time limit draw will eliminate all men.
So there has to be a winner, a winning team in 20 minutes.
He came up with
that's right.
Favorite of our streams, the Hater.
Back of the head.
Payne of Harlem Heat.
Wait, is it Kane or Cole? I thought it was Cole.
That one hit him right on the
Maybe that's why they got different names. Greg Gagne has a podcast of his own with Magnum T. Here we go. That's it. This is the fight. Stevie kind of dropped him.
Now they're going at it, and Vader better watch himself. He won't go to Battlebowl shoving a referee. And there's a foot right to the face.
Well, Randy Anderson let him by with that one, Tony, because he could have disqualified Vader.
Well, I think it's good that he does.
Greg Gagne, I believe, was there before Bischoff.
In the Battle Royal, Jesse, it is anything goes. Basically, a no.
Hello, Eating Live Honking Goose.
I think it should be the same.
Thank you so much for the follow.
I mean, let's make it a no.
Wild name. Yeah, Charlie Norris came up with the Jerry Lynn and the 1-2-3 Kid. But more importantly, he came up with the Hater on the Minnesota Indies. And Wade Keller of the Pro Wrestling Torch would not shut the fuck up about
Now
him.
Kane into the midsection.
And introduces Cactus into the rail.
I always love when fans, like a babyface is selling on the floor, and the fans are just like slapping him. Yeah, I'm on TV! Yeah, it's a shame the Hater never got a run. He was so good.
Charlie Norris, boy, in our very first
The Hater,
Battle Bowl a couple of years ago,
the Hater was the other guy in Lenny Lane's tryout match, and Lenny Lane got the job.
I guess one of the last 5 men left.
Yeah, Stevie got the best of that. Vader was down on his face.
Bagwell, who hopes to get back in it. We are in the Pensacola for this third Battle Bowl, and a capacity crowd is on hand at the Pensacola Civic Center. Great reception for World Championship Wrestling here in the Florida Panhandle. Good to have you with us wherever you are on this Saturday night for a WCW pay-per-view.
Why didn't Stevie ever get around the WWF before Derek?
Cactus Jack, the double arm DDT.
Part of it was...
Now let's see if Cactus goes for a cover.
I like Stevie, but Stevie's an acquired taste. And look, even at the end of WCW, they weren't using him as a wrestler. Wade Keller loved the hater. Wade Keller loved all of his Minnesota indie homeboys.
Once again, working as
Yes, Cecil, it's Cactus and Vader against Stevie Ray and Charlie Norris.
We will have 7 more tag team matches. And listen to the fans cheer for Vader.
Well, Vader caught Norris. Big splash.
People never talk about how Vader used to never fucking stop whistling during his matches. Whenever Vader taunts, he whistles. He wet cast. Oh god, that's a big old dude. Oh my gosh.
And so much momentum, Vader went over backwards. Cover. He got him. Vader and Cactus advance.
And Vader's just like, fuck it, I'm not gonna try that again.
Of the first tag team attraction, the team of Cactus.
Vader's down like he got hurt. Did he get hurt? Vader might have fucked up his back there.
Big power bomb in the world champion.
And because none of these teams are actual teams, nobody's music plays at the end. They just play this generic song. Why did Cactus Jack always dress like a sad housewife? Vader and Mick Foley should have been a team long term. Exactly, Brian. Miz had like everybody in the world at his fingertips. He didn't need Stevie Ray. Oh god, yeah, Vader hurts himself here.
To get out of the power bomb,
something happened.
Vader slams him down, gets the cover, and the 1, 2, 3. Vader and Cactus are on to the
Yeah, I think, like Ghost of Brooklyn Prentice said, I think Booker was smart enough to realize, hey, I came in, I got heat when I hurt Steve Austin. I'm not about to ask them to hire my brother. Stevie was quote-unquote retired in 2001, but he absolutely, if WWE would have come for him, he would have gotten back in the ring.
Absolutely, you know,
a pay-per-view with 8 matches, period. Well, AEW, they do like 14. But like the WWE pay-per-views are like 5.
They made it to the finals, and you can bet they'll go at each other when they get to that final battle royal.
Feeling good tonight?
I think Norris was just way bigger than Vader was used to picking up on those power bombs. Charlie Norris was huge.
4-man in Battle Bowl.
Look at that.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, if you've never seen this show, they're just going to keep doing that all night.
A great time here. Fifi. Yes, I believe that. Okay, let's draw a couple of more names.
Like, Fifi had way more sexual chemistry with Mean Gene than she did Ric Flair, a man who she later married in real life.
I don't mind telling you. Here, wait a minute. Let's get a name there, Fifi. Huh?
Yeah, it might be a dub, because, this is the WWE Network version.
One of the horsemen making his way
Paul
to
Roma.
the ring.
I'd be very curious to see who his partner will be. Fifi, could you open that up? Eric Watts. I can't believe it.
Yeah, Eric Watts still hanging around at this point. Eric Watts was in WCW until almost summer '94.
Oh, this guy's red hot. Johnny B. Bad.
Was he red hot at this point? Was he?
The envelope is cut a little different.
Yeah, Joe Gomez was Alan Iron Eagle. He was absolutely in WCW in 1990.
This should be a real showdown.
Knobs of the Nasty Boys.
Hey, Sonic fans, hello.
Wait a minute, Tony.
Brian Knobs.
Knobs of the Nasty Boys and Johnny B. Bad together.
Well, I'll tell you.
Brian Knobs is like, I can't quite say anything homophobic because they said he's straight. But I don't want to team with this guy.
Tony, the camera switches, and what's happening? Gene's feeling Fifi.
Oh gosh. Johnny B. seasonal depression.
The top of Gene's head was blushing there, don't you? As the camera got back on him. All right, well, the partner for Johnny B. Bad.
Guy's a pervert.
Here comes Mrs. High and Lean.
That's my line, Jesse.
Knobs of the Nasty
What
Boys.
a weird ass match. There you go, Brian.
Boy,
I don't have
this is
shampoo
very,
commercials,
very
but I got
interesting
that.
To have Johnny B. Bad teaming with Knobs. This is our second.
Did Knobs just say that he was sexy?
To take that punk on my back all the way to Battlebowl.
Well, yeah, you do if you want to get there. The second of our 8 tag team matches.
Yeah, we got 6 more after this.
Yes, as a tag team. One half of the world.
6 more matches with the exact same theme.
Of the Nasty Boys along with Johnny B. Bad. Very interesting team of Paul Roma and Eric Watts on the other side. This is going to be a good match, Jess.
Absolutely. What do you think Gene's doing while the match is going on?
What do you think Gene's doing while the matches are going on?
We can see from our vantage point.
This is pay-per-view. It's allowed.
What? All right, set to go.
Hey, you asked me if I was feeling good. I said, yeah.
Hey, Eric Watts and Paul Roma will probably get along.
Yeah, gee whiz. Set to go.
The Cole twins are there because they're on the roster.
How interesting the first match was. All right. It will be Johnny B. Bad and Paul Roma.
Beautiful mullets.
Roma, of course, one of the horsemen. He and Arn Anderson won the World Tag title back in Daytona Beach in the month of August during our Clash of the Champions on TBS.
Is this possibly the worst team assembled? Which team?
So he has more than enough reason to get in there against one of the Nasty Boys.
Well, you know what's
the STF on Eric Watts stands for still trying, friends. Van Hammer, I do not believe is in WCW at this point, no.
And hope they get the luck of the draw because they can't do any preparation because they have no idea who their partner's going to be, whether they like them, whether they dislike them. So it's a whole non-preparation wrestling card.
Yeah. Ventura's commentary most of this night has just been, you think Gene's gonna fuck Fifi?
You're right in there with referee Nick Patrick. Boy, Johnny B. Bad taking a brow beating from his partner.
Was Ice Train even on this show? Why is Ice Train cutting promos for this show, Peter? Yet he's not on it. Okay, yeah, that's what I thought.
Side headlock now from Johnny B. Bad.
Bad snugging it up on Paul Roma. Big shoulder block.
Snugging it up.
Good leapfrog. Look at that timing by Paul Roma. Great anticipation.
Paul Roma, he gets so much shit because of the Horseman stuff. He was a good freaking athlete. That dude had hops.
And it's showing here. He's looking pretty sharp.
Clanking on that arm bar on pretty Paul Roma.
I really hope when Jesse,
so far, no
with Jesse on the Saturday night main events, we end up with them calling like Dominic Mysterio like a pervert or something like that. As I'm hiccuping.
Reversal in, up on top now. Arm drag again.
Arm drag
and
again.
Roma fell for it again. Johnny B. Bad getting himself in position. Roma coming off the ropes gets caught with the arm drag.
Well, our fans who watched WCW Saturday Night Tonight saw
exactly,
that
Brian.
was attacked by
Paul Roma was a fine wrestler. Should have never been a horseman.
Paul Orndorff in a singles match. Roma came to his aid, was a little bit too late. And that really infuriated Arn Anderson. head first now as Brian Knobbs is in, and Knobbs going to pick it up a notch here.
To answer you, Walt Whitman, the Nasty Boys used those names like well before they went to the WWF. They were using those names in the Indies and the AWA. During their first WCW run, All Japan. I like the Nasties because they wrestle like the Nasty Boys should. The Nasty Boys shouldn't be good technicians.
I'm sure she's relieved that it wasn't a Nasty Boy on either end.
She's relieved Gene ain't down here to grope at her.
Hey, Crandomaniac, this is Battlebowl, the Lethal Lottery. These are randomly drawn teams. And the winners go on to a battle royal at the end.
Knowing Missy, she might like the groping.
Oh, Jesse.
A tag is made. And here comes Eric.
Oh, hey, that was good. Great sell by Knobbs. Brian Knobbs is bumping like he thinks that Bill Watts is still booking.
Johnny B. Bad's outside there asking Knobbs.
They gimmicked the draw here. I think 92 was the one where they didn't gimmick the draw. And that's why, like, all of the matches sucked, even though they had good wrestlers in them.
Quickly on the outside.
Now we'll see if they go back to wrestling again, or will Johnny... Oh, they shake hands. So apparently they're going to go back to wrestling again.
Well, it was Eric Watts, who we saw on WCW Saturday night, was the man that patched up things, basically, between Johnny B. Bad and Maxx Payne. You'll recall that. Look at that hip toss. Maxx Payne has gone on to say that he has a spiritual advisor, so to speak. 1, 2.
Maxx Payne's his spiritual advisor. That her name is Mary Jane.
2 count.
Is that the gas station, Eric Watts?
Having your spirit advised by Cactus?
Well, I'm going to agree with that one, Jess. That's rather odd. But hey, it's World Championship Wrestling.
So like this Maxx.
So I see comments about Mean 2 and the Mean Gene and the Me Too movement. Missy Hyatt did a newsletter interview. I think it was the Chatterbox, maybe, or the Wrestling Flyer, one of the B-level newsletters around the time of the lawsuit. And when she sued WCW, and they asked her about Mean Gene, and she just rips into him for being a fucking creep. Hello, El Jabroni over on Twitter. Hello. Like, I think she just straight up says Mean Gene is an old creepy pervert.
9 times. I heard that's all the votes he's got.
Votes are tabulated daily, by the way. Duck under.
Good looking.
Referee's Nick Patrick. As if this match couldn't be more cursed.
Here's the tag. Here comes Knobbs of the Nasty Boys. Now you can forget wrestling, or at least Eric Watts can forget about wrestling.
I tell you,
he's going to get roughed up now.
Say what you want about this team of Johnny B. Bad and Knobbs, where they complement each other's.
Eric Watts. I don't think enough of us give him credit for being huge.
You can see Knobbs
like, he towers over
Knobbs.
Knobbs.
Holds. He just tries to beat him up.
I can't forget what you never knew. Yes. Yeah, Eric Watts was like a shoot 6'6", which is a lot bigger than a wrestling 6'6".
Arm drag takedown. The Nasty Boys lost on October 23rd on WCW Saturday night to Too Cold and Marcus Bagwell, and won it the very first next night, back again in our last pay-per-view. So they are 2-time WCW World Champions within a couple of months.
Oh, I don't even think you should count that one.
You don't?
No. I mean, Too Cold and Bagwell, all they had it was overnight.
Then you are very tall, Ninja Tyler Black. You were shoot 6'6".
Why count it?
Well, remember, this is WCW. It's not the Jesse the Body arm wrestling contest like you got going on in Worldwide Wrestling.
That's not what it's called. Jesse the Body's strongest arm. Come on, Tony.
That's what makes it good, because I make the correct decisions.
Drop toe hold. Look at that. Johnny B. Bad on Eric Watts. Eric Watts reverses into a hammerlock. Great competition here in our
great competition here.
And here is Paul Roma.
Pretty Paul.
And the team with the best teamwork so far has been Johnny B. Bad and Knobbs. And Paul Roma. Johnny. Roma makes a cover here. 1, 2.
I'm sorry to hear, Bam Dog. My condolences on you losing inches in height.
you Saturday night, the team of Stunning Steve and Paul Orndorff.
Whoa, what a
Look
matchup
at that.
that'll
That's
be.
a
Talk
good
about
ass
tag
power
team.
slam.
There's a cover. Look at Missy. She's
I'm
over there.
a worked 7'1". I'm worked 5'8".
You had a cover in the center of the ring, and Missy got the
No, I'm
dumb
shoot
referee.
6 foot. I'm not dating up 6
Well, she's
foot.
done that before.
I've measured myself at Steak and Shake.
Something needs to be done about that.
I mean, was that referee think he's handsome enough that Missy really cares about him?
Well, I don't think that. He's got to make sure that Missy gets down off the apron, and that's his job to do that.
Love a Gene,
And
or not
Johnny Van
Gene.
hanging
Jesse's
on
like,
to that
you think
side.
Nick Patrick thinks that he's fuckable?
What have you learned?
Show a little
Now you envy. I
Distract
think
the
it
ref.
sucks that Tessa is
You
back
have
in
none to
wrestling,
show.
but you know, it is what it is. You're an Xavier Woods 6
On the other
foot.
hand, she's really a nice lady, and she really is just a friendly girl.
A friendly girl.
Roma snatching the side headlock back on Johnny B. Bad.
We want to alert Mean Gene Okerlund, and we'll be going right straight to him after this match, so he better make sure that he has his eyes on the camera here. Hey, trip up. And Roma hit hard.
And look at Bad. He's not following
Nick
up on
Patrick
it.
thinks he's the
Look at that.
sexiest ref and that he's better looking than
Outside,
Hugh Morris.
trips Roma,
I mean, to be
and look
fair,
at Johnny B. Bad.
Hugh Morris is his dad's best friend.
Lets him get to the corner. And
That's
it's gonna let him
amazing,
make a
Bam
tag.
Dog. I love when indie guys claim that they're 7 foot.
There he
It's
is.
always very
Bad finally
funny.
did one thing, right? He tagged Knobs, and now Knobs is going to go in there and take over on Roma after he caused the damage to begin with.
Here comes Eric Watts checking on his partner. Paul Roma's in trouble. He cannot even stand right
Yeah, it's
now.
hard to notice Missy out there when you got or hard to notice Nick Patrick out there when you got Missy and Johnny B. Bad flinging around his crotch everywhere. Yes, she had broken up with Jason Hervey at this point.
Missy Hyatt's trying to tell Johnny B. Bad, get him, and Bad's standing up there.
I think Ben Bishop is the closest indie wrestler to 7 foot in a long time.
Well, I would have to agree with Missy right here.
He's a
You
tall
gotta-
one.
You got to do anything it takes to
Ben
win.
Bishop working Rampage against Roderick Strong was very
Wait a
funny.
minute. Who's broadcasting next to me? You mean after all these months?
One, two.
I love
My
it.
favorite
I'm
thing was
rubbing
when
off on Tony
Samoa
Schiavone.
Joe debuted in TNA,
Tony's getting the killer
and for
instinct.
some reason Mike Tenay was like, "Yeah, he's 6'8".
The winner tonight will get that beautiful gold and diamond ring.
I'm proud of you, Tony.
Sam Holloway is
Only
6'5".
that, the winner of
He's not
tonight's
too much
event
taller
will
than
most
me.
certainly have a
Rampage is done after Friday. Yes, Friday is the last Rampage.
at
Yes.
Whatever
being a-
title he wants to go
that's
after.
exactly at being a top contender to a world title.
A
Be it-
U.S. heavyweight title, a TV title, you name it. He could practically pick who he wants to go against, whoever wins this.
They both go down, and at that time, Paul Roma hit harder.
You know, I-
Here's the thing
Time is getting a
about
little
having
critical
3
here, Tony.
baby faces and 1 heel
He's a 20-minute time
in a
limit
tag match. You can't really have anybody get the heat on anyone.
Possibly 15 into it.
And if there's nobody wins,
Yeah, go
it,
back and
all
watch
4
Samoa
men are
Joe's
eliminated.
debut. I think it's
None of them go on
Slammiversary
the Battlebowl.
2005. I'm pretty sure it's him and Sanjay Dutt. When he walks out, for some reason, Mike Tenay says he's 6'8".
You get a 3 count.
You're right.
It's amazing. And then, like, the TV afterwards, Joe Russell's, I want to say, Delirious, maybe? And Mike Tenay, like, is over the top. He's 6 foot. He's 6 foot. He's 6 foot. Like, he realized he fucked up on the pay-per-view. Paul Roma is a babyface. This is the end of his Horseman run.
Mandatory 10 count for both men, but they are both up. Roma.
A mandatory 10 count. What are the optional 10 counts?
Desperation move by
Like,
Paul
are there...
Roma. Can he tag?
I'm trying to
Yes,
think
he
what the
tags
fucking
Eric Watts.
optional count would be in wrestling.
Eric Watts, the fresh man, sending knobs in, got an elbow.
Today must have been drinking too much of the flat soda. Yes, Winborn Ideas. Eric Watts is a babyface, yes.
Eric Watts.
I'll tell you what, Howard Shuffleberger would have wished he'd have played that.
Is a
hard
double
at
down an
Louisville.
optional 10 count? If both guys are down, you have to count.
Hard nose Flair. Head first.
He was a quarterback.
6, 7, 8. The crowd laughs because they fuck up the spot. They didn't really fuck it up. It's just Brian Knobbs going with the rhythm.
Flying body press. Now throws him up. He's got the tights.
He just grabbed him by the dick.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winners of the match,
Brian Knobbs just grabbed that man by the dick.
and Johnny B. Bass.
Yeah, Cecil just said that he was trying to figure out what was wrong with Eric Watts standing in the corner. It's just, no, he's so damn tall.
Johnny B. Bad's gonna care. He's in the final. What's the matter with him?
4 men are in Battlebowl right now, and here once again, Jeff.
Let's go back to replay. There's the reversal. Eric Watts hits the buckle, comes out, catches Knobbs with a beautiful
Yes,
cross
Jonathan.
body.
Every count is optional with Nick Patrick. But look, he just grabs him by the crotch. Doesn't really even have tights. He just grabbed him by the genitals.
Brian Knobbs along with Vader and Cactus Jack. Get ready, Mean Gene Okerlund, because
Tony, will you keep track of everybody that's been looking?
Like, I'm surprised Vince Russo only ever booked one Battle Bowl.
Gene, you lecherous old fool.
Don't blow on it. That's just an expression, sweetheart.
Don't blow on it. That's just an expression.
Apparently we're on the air. Let's
That
get
is a
back to
thing that
business
Gene
here.
Okerlund just said
Oh my word.
on a live
That's good enough.
pay-per-view.
Let's see what we draw this time. Fifi and myself hard at work with this drum. All right. See whose name this is. The Shockmaster.
I've been rooting for Tony to book a Battle Bowl. And not that bullshit tournament he booked where like Adam Cole and MJF were partners. Even though that one did give us a really fun
Mr.
Daddy
Wonderful
Magic Butcher
Paul
team.
Orndorff.
well, that's a story in itself.
Let's see who their opponents will be. Fifi, if we get any
This
closer
is just,
together here.
even without the Battle Bowl concept, these locker rooms are just so
someplace.
random.
All right. Wait a second. All right, the name of Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. Excuse me there, sweetheart.
Ricky Steamboat, the Dragon,
Let's see who Steamboat's partner will be
former television champion.
here as part of the Lethal Lottery. Wow.
Harlem Heat was still
Lord
cold gain at this time.
Steven
Yes, when
Regal.
Whoa! Hey!
I don't know about that. I really don't know.
Lord
Guys,
Steven
better get
Regal,
ready for
baby.
World War III down there.
Flair was a babyface because nobody wanted to boo Ric
Ricky
Flair.
Steamboat together.
Flair didn't turn heel
Imagine
again
how
until
upset
Hogan
Lord
came in.
Steven must be that he's teamed up with that heathen.
Oh God, Brian.
Unbelievable.
Now I have to think about Mean Gene having one of those pump wieners.
Shockmaster already in the ring. Paul Orndorff making his
Paul
way
Orndorff.
there.
And Ricky the Dragon Steamboat.
There's the announcement of Mr. Wonderful.
Shockmaster
Paul
just
Orndorff
already in the
and
ring.
Shockmaster together. I tell you. And look, Shockmaster is starting the Paula chance. And that's his
Bless Shockmaster, by the way, for realizing that he is big enough that he doesn't have to tan.
He's getting Mr. Wonderful all upset.
When you are that big,
a very
fuck going to a
upset
tanning
television
bed. Hell, you can't even
champion
fit
along
no
with Sir William making
one.
his way to the ring.
Look at the look on Lord Steven's face. He's a
Bless
ball.
Steven Regal. Yeah, Orndorff and Steamboat doing a team entrance pretty much. Even though they're not on the same team.
Well, the interesting story here, many of them, the fact that Paul Orndorff was
Ricky
the television
Steamboat
champion.
having a
Steamboat beat
real
him.
good time. Steamboat and Regal are feuding over the TV title at this time.
And the
And
Shockmaster.
Shockmaster, he fell through a wall.
Steamboat
right.
also appears to have the Sean Hunter haircut.
So nobody's really beat him but the wall.
I like this version of the TV title.
True.
I think all the versions of the TV title were really good. That championship had real good luck with title belt designs.
Bell has sounded. Steamboat and Regal having some words. Steamboat had his words with Sir William, it was Sir William's umbrella.
You know, maybe they'd be better off if Regal went with Orndorff and Steamboat went with the Shockmaster.
I need to get people to listen to my time-saving techniques in wrestling, the biggest being just have like the first 4 matches and the card all happen at the same time. Hey, ECW did 2 matches at the same time once. Headline to pay-per-view. If Steamboat and Shockmaster teamed up, would it be the Shocking Steamer? Asks Robot Overlord. Lord, Load.
And it looks like Orndorff and
Yes, Shockmaster has a very good mustache here.
We cannot change your partners. He came over.
Also on the exact opposite end of the spectrum of the tanning game, Paul Orndorff and Ricky Steamboat are so dark.
And the chance of Paula. Ring through Pensacola.
I love how there's all these dudes, Paula, and there's just one little girl in the crowd like, Dad, why is that offensive?
Ricky Steamboat. Cinching it down on Mr. Wonderful.
Boo, I agree with you, Cecil. Uno was wrong. You all need to do that tournament in a few weeks. All at the same time. This really confused the shit out of Scotty Zuhati. By the way, Mystery Wrestling will be holding its first big tournament in the month of January. Go check them out. Patreon, Mystery Wrestling. They're bringing in Scotty Zuhati. Cecil will be wrestling on that show as well. He's actually been announced ahead of time.
The referee had turned around momentarily, and the fight goes on the floor here at Battlebowl.
Mr. Wonderful and the Dragon outside the ring.
Great punch there, but oh my gosh, look at these punches. They rule. Like, the problem with doing a Battle Bowl, like, and just, it's hard to, like, set up, like, the story of a match like this.
Steamboat covers.
That's incredible, Cecil. You need to keep that in your back pocket for next year. We need to make... somehow that needs to happen. 3 Ghosts of Christmas match, 3 falls. The first would have already won in the past. The second takes place in the present, and the final, if needed, in the future. That's amazing. NXT can do Battle Bowl, but the problem is I know like 5 people's names in NXT. They're just all interchangeable young people. I know Ben Buchanan. Or whatever his name is in NXT, but I know he's Ben Buchanan.
There you go.
I know
a handful of tights, as you can see already during this.
Javon Evans, Kirk Williams, Ethan Page, Lexus King, and I think that's about it. So I don't know if NXT Battle Bowl would work for me. Exactly, Brian. You have to like blatantly rig the draw. And then it's just not fun. Brooks Jensen, thank you. We follow each other on Twitter. I should know the man's name.
Big, powerful man.
And I know it's Ben Buchanan partially because his Twitter name is Ben Buchanan. Regal's kid, God, what is his name? I asked you all a few weeks ago. Charlie Dempsey, thank you. He's actually really good. Charlie Dempsey.
Nothing illegal at all about that.
Okay, Sean Spears. I forgot Sean Spears was there.
Mr. Wonderful.
Oh, Tony D. Is Tony D'Angelo still there? I thought he was called up. I know he's doing like a TV show coming up. Oh, gosh. Also, I'm a big fan of Steamboat just being like, Paul Orndorff, I'm going to grab you, and we're just going to work this match together. Because I do not want that guy in the ring, referring to Shockmaster. Alright, I do know Fraxium, because I think their team name is fucking ridiculous. Nathan Frazier and Axiom. And also my son Noli loves Axiom.
Look what's waiting.
I think he'd rather send Sir William in right now, maybe.
The other end of the spectrum here.
Tony D is the North American champion?
And arguments going on here, right? Look at
we need to get that dude called up. He's been there too long. Tell them to shut up. Bill Dundee is Australian Scottish, but when he gets upset, he just sounds straight up Tennessee. Is Obafemi still in NXT?
if you're a scientific
He really
wrestler,
shouldn't
you're
be.
facing
Hey,
against a
Wizard
man
Patrick,
well
thank you
over
so much
400
for
pounds.
supporting. I
What
appreciate
do you do,
it.
Jess? What do you do?
Yeah, Paul Orndorff's little arm
Movement
is
and change
really
up.
obvious.
I mean, Lord Steven must think he's in there wrestling Jimmy Hoffa.
That's insane, Cecil.
Look at that outfit he's wearing. I mean, you're telling me you don't look like a labor man?
Yeah.
Yeah, Obafemi rules. I really like Obafemi from what I've seen.
I'll bet you the Shockmaster ain't too pleased about NAFTA.
I don't know.
Can you see that big
Jesse.
body heading to Mexico?
Hey, I don't know what to say now. Full arm dragon twist. Wrist lock applied.
Whoa, and whoa, look at that.
Whoa.
Lord Steven hit him with that European uppercut, and he just got the Shockmaster's attention.
There appears to be a movie usher in the back of the room. Some kid in like a red vest walking, pacing back and forth in the background.
Holding his own, the Shockmaster.
Oh gosh, the ring sounds like it made a fun noise.
The World Television Champion goes down.
Down hard goes Lord Steven.
Checking stubs. Imagine sneaking into this show as I hiccup again.
Now what's the matter with him? He's leading Chance of Paula against his own partner.
Well, it has nothing really to do with the outcome of the match here, Jess.
He must be part of the labor movement. Look how stupid he is.
There is more bickering.
Fucking Jesse. Holy shit. Jesse was just saying whatever at this point.
Well, what'd you expect, Tony?
Jesse is playing ball with WWE right now.
Now look at this. Now you got
Let's wait till he gets
Steamboat in that
comfortable
beat.
again and he
Like
starts
he's gonna
making
tell the World
comments.
Television Champion how to wrestle.
That'd be cool, Wizard Project. You should go after that. Anybody who's wanting to do the content thing, I encourage them, just do
He's a
it.
wrestler and he's wrestling.
What's the worst that can happen?
I agree with Lord Steven. What is it Steamboat's business? The guy's a great scientific wrestler.
Side headlock now.
Steamboat's just jealous that Lord Steven beat him for the
But
television title.
what a
That's
fun
all it is, Tony.
You
headlock.
think that's what it is, Jess?
Absolutely.
Match number 3.
This match, the story is very weird, but every individual part's interesting.
Nice shoulder by Lord Steven. Slips inside headlock.
So this show drew
Headlock
7,000
takeover, right back
people,
down on the mat with the headlock.
and only
And look at
3,000 of them
Steamboat.
paid.
He's griping from the apron again. He's arguing with Sir William.
What's my favorite era of wrestling? This era, I would say 91, 92 WCW.
This is a wild
I could
one.
watch
If nothing else, we've got some great
that all
arguments
day,
going
every
on
day.
here. Great
It's
counter
awesome,
move
Robot.
by
I encourage anybody
Really go.
who's like, hey, I think this would be a good thing to make. Go make it.
There's just a lot of animosity
what's
there,
the
Jeff,
worst
and
that
you can't just
happens?
think that you're going to get it ironed out in
It's
one
made,
minute.
Look at the
and
sportsmanship
then,
here.
Oh, there's
Look
a
at that
I don't know, you
sportsmanship.
decide you need to pivot?
Very good wrestler. And look at Steamboat. Look at how jealous he is.
You make your thing, you're happy with the art, you're happy with what you've done, hey, you win.
You know, I'll tell you what. We got the makings of a great tag team here. I'm talking about Orndorff and Lord Steven.
Now, there's no way.
91, 92 WCW is like what I got into wrestling on. But also it's just really good. Like I'm really lucky that like I didn't get into wrestling with like 2000s WWE.
A reversal.
Like I see people on social media now like, oh man, remember when Mr. Kennedy crushed it on SmackDown? I'm like, no, he didn't. He didn't crush it. And your childhood is false. It's a whole bundle of lies. Brian! Oh. Make something and if it doesn't find an audience, congratulations, you're the Paramount Network.
How does Lord Steven put up with him?
Yeah, Jesse was still having fun in WCW at this point.
So far, of all the
He
teams
really,
we've seen,
my understanding is he really kind of checked out when they hired Bobby Heenan.
And
they started giving Bobby Heenan some of his stuff.
Spotlight. He slaps Lord Steven and replaces him.
Why is this match still going?
Well, no, Ricky is
I'm used to the TV matches we watched where, like, the main events are 7 minutes.
He got caught. Oh, and wonderful. I'll bet he wishes he could tag out now. I'll bet he wishes he was back on the apron and it was Lord Steven in there, huh?
He's in trouble, no doubt about it. Orndorff, as we've said so many times.
Like, I'm looking out in the crowd during these matches, and you can tell these fans are having such a hard time keeping track of who's on whose team.
Listen, Sir William telling Steve
Dundee's out there. Tag out! Tag out! Like, dude, you were born in fucking Australia or fucking Scotland.
Pickup.
Raised in Australia.
Belly to back suplex.
Mr. Wonderful, up goes Steamboat, down goes Steamboat. Now, does he tag the old Shockmaster? Yes. Now, what a nice guy.
Yeah, I mean, whatever gets you into wrestling is awesome. It just blows my mind when I see people online now who are like, man, you know what I loved? The Raw guest hosts. I was a kid, and I just could not get enough of that. Jewel on Monday Night Raw was cooking.
Shockmaster and the television champion, Lord Steven Regal, going out at the big guy.
Oh my gosh.
The big guy missed.
They both bumped on that.
1, 2.
Whoa! Lord Steven rolled out of the way.
Oh yeah, the June '92 Clash. Great show.
You got tag team partners fighting over the
NWA Tag Title Tournament. Nikita and Ricky against the Malenkos.
He had Regal in the head with the umbrella, and the television champion's down.
This is pro wrestling. An angry hero chasing a man with an umbrella. The Shockmaster has made it to the finals. Viva La France. They did. This was not a shoot draw.
What a great move by Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, huh?
Yeah, the Muppets and Bob Barker were the only good Raw guest hosts.
What an egomaniac that Steamboat is.
Really, we just need the Muppets involved in wrestling more. Those are the best.
I feel sorry for Lord Steven and Sir William. They gave it their all, but they were saddled with a partner that virtually had no loyalty. Let's go back to
we
replay.
missed almost all of
Lord
this.
Steven. Lord Steven's got the umbrella, and look at, here comes Steven.
He was going to hit him with the hook end.
From Lord Steven. Yells at Sir William. Lord Steven hits him with a legal
I thought he threw it. No, just a little bit of sleight of hand.
Point end of the umbrella and causes his team to lose, Tony.
Why I oughta. It would have been dope if Steamboat like set the tip of it on fire and then breathed fire at Dundee.
And 2 more men, the Shockmaster and Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff. So there you have it. A lot of animosity, differences that just could not be patched up. In this
And it must have sucked to have to wrestle in all that tight denim. Man, if you can get Muppets on commentary with Uno on Mystery Wrestling, that'd be amazing.
It began in 1983, Greensboro, North Carolina, and I was there for the
Another dubbed theme. I could hear it that time. Like WCW entrance music was kind of generic at times, but not that generic.
Piper going up against Greg Valentine, a dog collar match. It was my first time into this sport. It's something I'll never forget. And now the 11th annual edition is coming up on Monday, December 27th. We can't wait.
The 27th, and I can't wait, Tony.
Hey fans, you know you paid $20 for this? We're gonna charge you that again in a month.
Well, thank you, Jesse.
All your great knowledge. If there's one guy in the world that has more knowledge, it's Tony Schiavone, right out of that little head.
Well, as a matter of fact, just this past week there was a press reception held by World Championship Wrestling and World.
You know what wrestling fans love? Is when you make them buy things, and then you're like, let's sell you another thing in the middle of the thing you just bought.
Ladies and gentlemen, excuse me, if I could have your attention.
Scotland is not streaming tonight, no. Scotland normally streams on Thursdays. Pro Wrestling Potluck. With Scotland Green, my K-Fabulous bootleg cousin. Thursday at 9 p.m. He's back. He's streaming from his dad's house this week. Yeah, Thursday at 9 p.m. Twitch.tv/MrGreenMist. Go check him out.
for World Championship Wrestling. As they
Why are we just shooting the back of this dude's head?
It started in the Carolinas.
Let's get the camera up front, you guys. This is a fake press conference.
And I guarantee you this one is going to be bigger and better than ever. Now then, a couple of things. We have promoters and building managers, as I said before.
Building managers. We have the guy that runs the Office, Maxx, standing over there.
Also from New Zealand and Australia.
God, Vader in a suit.
We have a bidding war going on from Harvey Goldsmith and company in the United Kingdom. Also from
Hell
South
yeah,
Africa,
Ruff's
from
Wizards.
Sao Paulo, Brazil, all across Canada.
Vader
Montreal,
wearing a suit
Toronto,
is the exact
Vancouver,
opposite of
down in
like those
Mexico
pictures of
City,
luchadors wearing
and certainly in
suits.
the United States,
They look very
New York,
dignified
Chicago,
and
Los
classy.
Angeles, Des Moines, Iowa,
He looks like a
Houston,
supervillain.
Everybody is here. The great news is I have just been informed that the 1993 Starcade on Monday, December the 27th, is going to be
Get to it,
hosted by none other than our good friends in Charlotte, North Carolina, the Queen City.
As fans in Butte, Montana are like, oh, Grizzly Smith. Why is Grizzly Smith near all those tiny women? Oh, no. But yeah, I'm watching the show in Butte, Montana. And they're broadcasting, oh, the show's going to be in Charlotte. Oh.
The good news is, folks,
Harley Race randomly magically appears.
Are going to have an opportunity to join us on pay-per-view for the 11th annual edition of Starcade. Now then,
what is Vader doing?
Vroom,
vroom. Vroom, vroom. I'm a little boy, Harley Davidson rider. Vroom, vroom.
World champion, and he is joined by this man. He's none other than the WCW current reigning heavyweight champion, a man that has held over 10 titles in 4 continents. Ladies and
4
gentlemen,
continents.
Vader.
Europe, Asia, North America. What is the other one?
What's going on here? Just a minute here.
Seriously, why did they make all the women stand next to Grizzly Smith?
You won here. Just want to recognize the magnitude of the event, Vader. Please.
What is this?
I was at the first one. I want to be part of the 11th one and the biggest one. I've got a contract. I want to be in the match against Vader for the World
I have a
Heavyweight
contract.
Excuse me, Mr. Joker.
Yes. Excuse me. I'll get out of here.
Where in South America would Vader have won a
What do you got to
title?
offer? What are you going to bring to the table, nature boy? 10 world titles, my friend. That's what I bring to the table.
Not enough.
It brings
It's
plenty
not
to the table.
enough.
The magnitude of
Not-
wrestling Ric Flair.
You're looking at the man
Starcade,
that's got over
the biggest day of your
10
life.
on 4 continents. What else you bringing to the?
You got the contract, Red
What are you
Race?
bringing to the table?
Hold on, one thing at a time.
Brian.
Decorum, please.
Rick heard that the show was going to be in Charlotte, and he wanted to make sure Grizzly wouldn't be around Ashley.
Hey, I'll do it for you. Don't bother reading it. What it says.
Don't
is
bother reading it. You can't read it anyway, bud.
in Charlotte, North Carolina.
Yeah, Vader
World
Flair on that show is
Heavyweight
amazing.
Championship.
One of the best WCW pay-per-view main events of the decade.
Repeat that, Ric Flair.
20 years.
Mr. Flair, let me refresh
Is
your
Vader
memory,
standing
Mr.
on a
Flair.
box?
We're talking about Sting and his
Like,
broken
he's
ribs.
big, but I didn't think he was
Simmons
that much
and his
taller than
broken
Ric Flair.
shoulder. Joe Thurman and his broken back. Nikita Koloff, I ran him out of the wrestling business. Cactus Jack, where's Cactus Jack? His memory is gone. And now
Cactus
that latest
Jack.
victim, Sid Vicious. And you want to put your name on the line? You want to put your head?
That reminds me,
Bring it on, Mr. Flair.
after we watched that Vader Joe Thurman match a couple weeks ago,
Most importantly, my career.
I wanted to see what Joe Thurman was up to these days.
You want my
He's,
head on your wall.
him and his wife are professional clowns.
in the first and the last.
They run a troupe of
He
clowns.
raced it with a flair for the gold.
Cactus Jack was on this show in the opener, teaming with Vader. Yes. He was not gone. But this apparently was pre-taped earlier in the week. How many Flair Vader matches are there? A couple televised ones, or pay-per-view ones. And then they did some house show runs with it.
Ladies and gentlemen, again the date, Monday, December the 27th, 1993. Don't miss Starcade. My word, I can't believe that. What's going on here, folks?
There's like, if he were to make the grunts when he did the. Why, Gene? No.
Hold on a second. Apparently, we're back on the
Cactus
air.
Jack did say he faked the
VJ
amnesia
back
at
with
Fall
VP.
Brawl.
Yes,
And they just
I wonder
ignored
if we
it.
could, For some reason, I'm getting a little
Like, how
nervous
does
here.
that even make pay-per-view?
I don't know. I don't have a clue.
They're like squeaky clean and family friendly, and Gene's like, yeah, I like to be tied up when I fuck.
Who do we have here?
I do that Vader when my shirt's too small.
The Awesome Kong.
Oh, here we go.
Should shake things up back in the locker room.
Wow. Talking about 450 plus pounds now coming out here.
Let's see who his partner is going to be here. The Equalizer.
One of these cards is just going to be Gene sketching himself fucking Fifi. He likes to be bound.
All right, let's pick up here for
Is
King Kong. My goodness. You know what that means?
What?
Oh, we've got partners against each other now for the first time here in Battlebowl.
Like, what? I'm involved in this?
Screaming for Harley Race.
Yeah, Awesome Kong would rebound later in TNA.
All right, Gene, who's the
natural Dustin Rhodes.
Poor Dustin.
Well, now,
It's like a 4-course meal where the first 3 courses are straight up human feces, and then they give you like a nice vanilla cake.
Hey, we've got 3 guys here who would just as soon squash Dustin Rhodes and look at
Yes,
him.
I saw that, Green Boy. Dustin Rhodes re-signed with AEW, but he's gonna finish his career there. Very happy for him. Look at that tan on old
There's your
Evad.
first team, Awesome of the Colossal Cogs. And his partner is the Equalizer. All right, well, as you take a look at
Yeah,
our
Vader
great
was a
crowd on hand,
scary
the other
ass
team
dude
that's ready to
coming
make their
over
way
Regal.
to the-
That Joe
Here's
Thurman
King
match
Kong
did so
of the
much
Colossal Cogs. His partner,
for him in
of course, the natural
America.
Dustin Rhodes.
Yeah, there's the famous story, and by famous I mean Eric Watts told it in a shoot interview, that
The U.S. champion comes to the
as a
ring.
rib on the Kongs for being so smelly, they did an impromptu battle royal at a house show, and all the baby faces ganged up on the Kongs and tied them to the ropes, and then Sting pulled out soap and water and shampoo from under the ring, and like they bathed them in the ring.
That contract has been signed. I'm sure it will be.
You're like, you smelly ass.
The stipulation in this contract states that if Flair does not beat Vader,
Like those dudes,
WCW World Title,
the stories I've heard is that the Kongs used to travel in their ring gear.
That's right. So
Like they wouldn't change out of their gear. They would just put clothes on over them and just wear them for like weeks on end.
Careers. He talked about it.
Well, Nature Boy's got his new gym. He can work out there to his heart's content.
I did not expect Equalizer and Dustin Rhodes to be doing referee position
South Park area of
amateur
Charlotte. That's
style.
his hometown, Charlotte, North Carolina. And now the Equalizer.
Yeah, Vader with the Kongs around, Vader must have been so happy. Oh, thank God I'm not the smelly ass in the company anymore. Yes, Brian, when the second best guy in the match is Evad Sullivan, holding down the work rate.
Well, this is our 4th tag team match tonight. We will be at the halfway point
Yes,
of this.
we're only halfway through the tag matches, folks. We still got a while.
The Kongs.
The Kongs.
Awesome and King.
They
What do you
both,
say,
at least
Dustin?
the first one screamed for Harley Race, and Harley did not appear at ringside with them, and that's probably
Yes, technically Nick Patrick is the second best worker in the ring, which is insane.
Again.
Awesome didn't know King had been picked on the other side yet. Look at Dustin. Oh, he thumbed him in the eye.
And he rolls him up. 1, 2. Look, King wanted to come through for a save.
Well, that's a natural reaction.
That's right.
He don't realize yet they're on opposite sides.
If he gets tagged, he's going to realize here. Boy, I tell you, these Kongs are just too much mass.
Like the thing about the masks that is so funny to me,
And it's pounding away.
how is that hiding their identity?
Awesome.
Like if fans see these guys walking out of the arena, they're gonna know who the fuck it is.
This ought to be good. What happens now?
Kong. I legit thought that man was wearing a back brace. Yeah.
The Kongs, maybe for the first time ever.
They look like, what's the name of the bad guy in Streets of Rage 2? Like that would like belly bump you?
That's exactly
I forget the name of them, but that's what the Kongs are built like. Like specifically, not even like they're short and they have the big middle part.
There's a tag. Now I'm sure if Dustin wanted to make the tag, he'd be happy to come in.
Like these guys are just casually walking into their corners tag. There's no shit given to trying to make something of this.
Like say it was you and I, Tony, the great broadcast team, and if we got split up in the ring and it ended up you and I looking at each other, would you wrestle me? I mean, of course, hypothetically, we all know.
Yeah, the other Force instances. Oh shit! It's the Kongs.
60 pounds, Tony.
I think I would. Yeah.
You would.
I would go in there. The idea is to get the Battle Bowl, and if you cannot function as a team, you're not. And now King comes in with the Equalizers in there.
God, imagine how sweaty their ankles must be. With those furry things on over their boots. Over their socks.
King Kong blasting the Equalizer. Comes across with another big
Cecil asked who the hell was tasting the Kongs. The answer is in who you tagged, Cecil. Bert Prince.
And puts him down. Nicely done by the Equalizer.
Brian, Awesome smells like BO and ass sweat, whereas King smells like ass sweat and BO.
Half of the Awesome Kong team.
Oh my God, the Kongs in a scaffold match. It'd be like those videos my kids watch where like obnoxious YouTubers like throw shit off of buildings.
Well, this is what you call not moving around much and just pounding away.
Well, one of them's gonna have to give up.
Imagine paying like any amount of money to sit front row for this. Who the fuck called a spot where the Kongs would be running?
And he right into a foot.
Ah!
King Kong goes down. The Equalizer ahead of steam. Tried a leg drop, but there was nobody.
They should do a spot where somebody knocks down one of the Kongs and then they lose by 10 count because they just can't get off their back.
Awesome gets the tag, and Dustin meets him head on. Right
this hasn't even gone 3 minutes. Holy shit! How did 4,000 people get in? I just imagine them like opening the doors, being like, "Hey, whoever wants in, come on."
Pretty hard to hold the big man down unless you knock him out.
The first match by Smell-O-Vision.
Realizes now that there'll be no use of making a tag here. Nobody to help him out.
Oh, that's a risk, Dustin. That dude lands like a little bit crooked and you got a broken ankle.
We've got all four in there now.
That would have been perfect, Cecil. And like, you can't tell them apart. Yeah, Equalizer should have just pinned his own guy. Oh gosh. Oh.
The Kong sandwich. And the Kongs hit heads that time.
The Kongs. That's the dumbest thing I've ever seen. So the traditional super heavyweight tag team spot where you sandwich the guys. The Kongs in kayfabe sucked so bad that they couldn't even sandwich somebody correctly. They
and Dustin Rhodes get the win. Here it is again.
What a good
Let's
spot.
Go back to replay. There you see King Kong coming in.
Big
with his partner, Awesome Kong.
And Dustin might have been his own partner.
Dustin Rhodes sees the opportunity.
Oh my gosh. How can you even tell?
Awesome over and gets the 1, 2,
Oh, I just
3
noticed they have
count.
farmer stands. Oh god.
It is time to go to
Oh gosh.
Gene and Leafy.
No, let's not. Larry Zbyszko anywhere.
But Fifi, if you just let me know, just
This is the 5th time Gene has done the same thing where he's mumbled off camera something perverted.
Let's go. See if we can figure something out here. We got to get
Like at least like undo your collar or something. Freshen it up.
Telephone here, but if I could get to one. I think I'd call somebody. Let's see who we have here. Boy, I can't believe this action. And in the ring, too, it's pretty good.
Oh, gosh.
Can you believe this? Sting!
Can you believe that Sting would be called out for a WCW Battle Bowl? Sting, of all people? Gene's gonna be hung upside down, covered in baby oil like Herb Abrams by the end of this.
Boy, Sags!
Sting and Sags. Watch my back. Ryan, I'm gonna watch your back here.
Here we go with another name. Superstar.
What's that giant hairy thing?
Simmons.
That's Maxx Payne.
This place is upside down, Fifi.
This place is upside down. A man called Sags.
Keith Cole.
Hell yeah, Keith Cole. One half of the famous Cole twins.
Of the Coles will be Ron Simmons' partner.
Ron Simmons, the only wrestler that anybody has been excited to see all night.
Our 5th tag team match.
And there's Sting's partner, Sags of the Nasty
If it were a
Boys.
shoot, Gene would just keep calling the Nasty Boys out because he wanted to see Missy. Why is Sags in the 4th tag match of the night?
It's hard to tell which one's Sags.
Oh gosh, Jesse!
Battlebowl, the 3rd annual.
Look at that sweet vest on Ron.
Ron Simmons.
Hell yeah. Keith Cole just looking like
That was
Sting.
Keith Cole, right?
That's
We're
right.
so long to get it on.
There's a reason why Dan Spivey couldn't get work in the WWF after 85. You can't have a guy in a 6'6" tall blonde guy in yellow
But
tights.
how do we know Kent didn't come to the ring?
That's right.
We have
That's
no way of knowing.
Davey.
They said that's
Oh
Keith
my
Cole.
god.
If Kent
That would
stood
be
up
such
and
a
left,
good
we'd know.
All right,
freak
Sting
indie
and
match. The Da Vinci twins against the
You can
Cole
only presume
brothers.
that it's Keith Cole.
Sting dangerously
WCW's
close to
most popular
blackface.
athlete, the man of the Scorpion Deathlock, man who has been twice WCW World Heavyweight Champion against
Like,
the man who is, of
why
course, a
didn't
World Tag
anybody
Team Champion? Take a look
tell
at that
Keith
team
Cole,
quickly.
hey, dude, you gotta
Stinger
dye
having
that
a few
hair a
words
different
with
color,
Jerry Sags
or
of the
wear
Nasty
like little
Boys.
trunks
He's
or
got a good
something?
partner. The two of them will do great if they can wrestle together.
You're right. You're exactly right. If you have...
Like, I'd argue Keith Cole looks more like Sting than he does his own brother.
Him as your partner, you got the best, right?
You would think so.
And their fans chanting
No one
Keith.
can doubt how good the
Keith,
Stinger is.
Keith.
And
I
there's
assume they're
a
chanting for Keith
Cole takes
Lipinski.
Ron Simmons.
Keith Cole's hair, you could like get one of those wind-up cars
Oh,
and
did I
run it
find
on
out
the top
some
of his
news on
head.
Ron Simmons. Tony Schiavone.
Down low.
We have just about every form of mullet going on here.
Did you know, while we got all this beefing going on outside the ring with Nasty Boy Sags and
He's got stuff on his face, says Missy.
you know what
Stuff.
I found out about Ron Simmons?
She
There it
couldn't
is right
think
there.
of the word
He
paint.
called Lou Holtz the night before the Florida State Notre Dame game.
Yeah, if you're gonna, Sting's been the top guy in WCW for years. You know you're gonna go to WCW. Get a haircut, dye your hair brown,
Notre Dame won.
shave your head, something.
I hear they're going to retire his jersey up at Notre Dame now.
Wait a minute.
Ron Simmons is dressed
Wait a minute.
very colorfully for Ron Simmons.
Sags,
He refers to him as Uncle Lou.
right cross to the jaw. Head first.
And there goes Sags working on the Florida State, or should I say, the Notre Dame All-American now.
Wait a
Oh
minute.
gosh.
Into the ropes.
Wait, Blake Christian's dating Missy Hyatt?
Arm drag takedown.
Is that a shoot? Or are you just fucking with
Big
me,
shoulder
Jesus?
block. Twisted into an arm bar. And there's a tag to Keith Cole.
Of course, he and Kent have made one of the great tag teams in WCW.
Oh, as a
One of the highest tag
manager. Like, shit, dude. I mean, good for her. Good for him, shit. But, I have no idea. I don't watch GCW.
They certainly have a challenge the Nasty Boys on
Blake Christian did do a great job with Commander on the ROH pay-per-view the other
One thing
night.
about Keith Cole is, or his brother Kent, you know when they get in there, they're going to give you the 100%. They may
Jesse
not
said
always
that they're
win,
going
but
to,
they're
the Coles are going to give you
capable of winning
100% as Keith locks on that arm bar.
Randy Anderson
And of course, they have the advantage when they wrestle as a team is nobody ever knows who gets beat when they do get beat.
Some Missy Hyatt fans.
The match is so exciting they have to cut to the fans chanting for Missy.
Cole
Missy
working
and
that
Jim
arm
Ross
bar
dated
on
during the
Sags and
pandemic.
Nasty Boys.
Yes.
And he holds on to it. Nice move by
Which has been good
Keith
for
Cole.
them. Finding love at their age.
Sags with about a half slam on it, but it wasn't enough to shake him loose.
Also, they really should have brought in Sting for more of this match. Like, I get you want to hold him off, get the big pop, but like,
Fans voicing their
you don't really have a whole lot else going on here. Just get Sting in the ring, dude.
And there he stands. Going to be quite an eruption. if
Hey,
the tag is
Nathan.
ever made here.
Yeah, I'm just not a
He's without doubt
GCW
the
guy.
most
It ain't for
popular
me.
wrestler in WCW. As you said earlier, Tony, he won the inauguration Battlebowl.
The inauguration Battlebowl.
Look at Sags.
Did he have to
looked
put
like
his hand on a
was gonna
Bible?
tag him and then changed his mind. You can't blame Sags, though. Can he trust Sting? I mean,
think
he's
so.
got the advantage right now. But can he trust him?
Short armed him again. If he
Like,
gets the
technically,
trouble,
if
you
Sting
can better
tags in,
believe
he's
Sags
gonna be
gonna
getting the
tag.
heat.
Yeah, but why do it
Yeah,
if
we
you
get
don't
Sting,
have
and
it?
now he's gonna, like, choke this guy. Who was Sting feuding with it? He was kind of just floating around. He just finished up with Sid.
Big forearm.
They did a
Right to the
singles
side
feud
of
over Who's the
Cole.
Franchise. I think, I think it's Starcade. It's him and Road Warrior Hawk against the Nasties, I believe.
So far, Sags with an attitude he's going to win it by himself.
But it wasn't really a feud so much as just time filler for Sting.
Yeah, he's screaming for Sting now, isn't he?
He's right there. He's got your arm.
Keith Cole, full arm dragon twist right to the wrist, tag made.
Yeah, the Sting and Darby versus 3.0 or 2.0, that Street Fighter, whatever it was called that they had, towards the beginning of Sting's run.
There's a tag.
That I argue that's the second best Sting match of the entire AEW run. Like Daddy Magic and Cool Hand Ange, they understood
Ron Simmons, the All-American
how to
now
make
from
Sting
Notre Dame
look
against
good,
Sting.
as good as anybody in the entire company during that couple years.
Hope said he never really appreciated Simmons'
Cool Hand
ability
Ange,
until a
I
week
don't know
ago.
if he's been hurt. I know him and Ruby Soho just had their little
are
baby
making false accusations here.
out on their ranch.
What I know. Fired off, big shoulder by Simmons.
Or what you make up. Cover!
Adorable little one they have.
Well, when you find out it's true, you be the first one to apologize to me on the air.
I will. If I find out. Simmons and Sting.
This is actually kind of a big match for WCW, Ron versus Sting. They didn't really go to this. And they just kind of like wasted on what the hell was that? Hey, Henry, thank you.
Sting back up. Hit a Steve.
Ray of Sunshine, glad to have you here, my dude.
A second time, wow. And Simmons can respect that.
Simmons can respect that.
A little nod from Ron
Yeah,
Simmons.
I'm surprised Sting and Ron wasn't a feud at any point.
Tag.
Closest we got was that one clash where they did Sting and Lex versus
Plays a
Doom.
cheap shot in. Yep, he kicked it.
Hi, buddy, love you.
All right.
call that a cheap shot. The bottom.
And now we got the dueling Spider-Man. Code of honor has been upheld. Hey! Even they noticed it.
Growing up, did they tell you kick the man while he's down?
It was an okay. So the pin that Sting went for, as Cecil said, was an O'Connor roll after O'Connor had a few too many.
They do have the same hairstyle, don't they? Except Sting's missing a little in the back.
That's right. From the neutral position, a reversal now. Here's the Irish whip to the far side.
Nice block.
Sting blocked it by the flat top psychology.
And Stinger's tag sags and sags get.
They like keep restarting the match. Like 2 guys will wrestle for a bit, you tag out. 2, they wrestle for a bit. 2 guys tag.
This is the 5th of 8 tag team matches.
Have 3 more of these.
Sending men onto the over-the-top rope battle royal in Battlebowl. 1 man will be left standing tonight out of 40 potential participants.
Oh gosh.
Whoa, kick to the chops.
Jeez. Come on, dude.
Boy, sags just like his partner.
Yeah, Cecil, you pretty much nailed it. Yeah. The tag style now is work a match, but then tag out, and it's just tornado rules.
Legitimately can team up.
Knobs are making sags. Told Sting, do not shake.
Yes, Green Boy. This was the 92. They only did 1 ring for Battlebowl. I think 91 was the only year they did 2 rings. This is like the boring version of Southern Tag Wrestling. Did 96 have 2 rings? I don't remember 96 having 2 rings. I mean, it could have. I'm not doubting you. Just. Somebody appears to have a train whistle in the crowd.
Whoa! And Simmons had enough of the clean breaks. I love it. Now winning becomes more important than the friendship.
No, nothing on this show mattered after the show was over. This did not set up a Ron Simmons heel turn. Nobody, none of these things became feuds. This is a self-contained show.
And I believe he'll sell out.
The Guilty Dog. Thank you so much for the follow.
You notice he's got the green tights of the Fighting Irish on tonight.
Yes, Jesse, we got that 6 references ago.
Not when they bring out those special jerseys. You're telling me that leprechaun ain't green?
At least talk about Rudy or something.
Think, Shivani, get your way out of that one.
Yeah, are we just now going to the heat?
Keith Cole puts on the armbar.
No, the Crockett Cup were actual tag teams. Battlebowl was random shit.
And Ron Simmons encouraging his partner on. We got some friction going on here with Cole. Very inexperienced compared to Ron Simmons. He had him. He allowed him basically to get up here, Jeff.
Keith Cole loves that wrist lock. If you're wrestling a Cole twin and you have a wrist, you are fucked.
Simmons don't put up with inexperience very long. Simmons. Now tell me again how leprechauns ain't green.
Dragging Sting over.
Jesse is so bored.
It's going to be a catapult type maneuver. Look at this. Oh, basically like a guillotine on Sting right across the throat.
Why are all of these matches getting
so much? Finish him off. And look at Cole.
Yeah, that's the problem, Cecil. Keith Cole doesn't have shit to get in. That's why he keeps going back to it. Yes. Wrist lock.
Stinger down.
Oh my gosh.
What does Cole do? Comes in and takes a wrist lock.
Jesse's like, this fucking guy. Shitting on him like we are. Sting just making his own comeback. Why not?
On the apron. He can't believe it.
How can you do that when you've been in so many wrist locks?
Simmons has him completely set up to win, and Cole lets him off the hook with good sportsmanship.
What a burial. Oh my gosh.
Put him in the corner. Sting's going to go for this. The Stinger splash. He got him.
Sting's like, fuck it. We need to go home.
There's been a tag.
Oh, hey, he at least jumped. There are many times he would not jump for that elbow drop. He would just fall off. Hey, you don't have to be friends anymore. It's not like that. I think 96 Battlebowl, they actually did multiple rounds of the tag portion. No Use Ticket says, Wikipedia says that match got 13 minutes and 14 seconds. That felt like it. And yeah, it kind of felt like Sting was like, hey Keith, give me something here. And he wouldn't do anything. And Sting's like, fuck it, we're going home. Oh my gosh. I've seen 1,000 of those, and they never stop surprising me. Those Ron Simmons spine busters. Why are all these songs dubbed over? Most of these songs are fine otherwise on the network. Look at that tight shot of Ron Simmons' butt cheek. Yeah, the crowd is so confused watching these matches. Like, let's go Sting, let's go Sting, and then he just starts beating the shit out of another babyface.
With the big elbow, pins Cole, and Sting and Sags will go on to Battlebowl, Tony.
So now we are
like all of these matches, if you love that weird first third of a tag team match, where guys haven't set anything up in the back and are just kind of feeling it out. If you love that part of a tag match, this is the pay-per-view for you. They made the whole show out of that part.
Nasty Boys are there intact.
As a team, you're exactly right. So they really have on the Nasty Boys who have someone watching their
Tony Schiavone looks so defeated.
Battlebowl, and that's really important. You ready to go to Mean
He's like, motherfucker, I still have...
We have to.
Send it off to that groper.
We're halfway through the show, by the way. Again, why is it the same bit every time?
Especially when I get the lead. Excuse me, we're back on the
Gene,
air.
you're creative. You're a creative pervert.
Draw some more names as the action continues here, live in Pensacola, Florida, at Battlebowl, the Lethal Live.
They're running out of cards.
I beg your pardon?
I beg your pardon?
Give me a name. How about Stunning Steve Austin?
I think it would be more exciting if the whole pay-per-view was just them drawing names. Like they didn't do matches.
All right, I guess we're gonna find his partner here.
All right.
Gene pulls up the next card. Chris Hansen?
And the Nature Boy.
Have a seat, Gene.
Wow, what a team that'll be.
You're right.
All right.
Flair and Austin together.
Flair and Austin, that's a good team.
Maxx Payne. Fifi, you are a tour. See who's partner, Maxx Payne.
Maxx Payne, and who? Maxx Payne, one of my favorites.
So there it is.
Stone Cold Scorpio. This might be a good match.
You're right, Mean Gene. Katie bar the door.
Is that even allowed?
10 men are in.
Steve Austin, newly separated from Brian Pillman. Ric Flair, who's never had to do this Battlebowl bullshit before. Yeah, Maxx Payne kind of wore pajamas as ring gear.
Ric Flair, Stunning Steve are together.
Like at first he just wore a singlet, and then it kind of felt weird to have this guy with like eyeliner and like giant spiked black hair just wearing an amateur singlet. So yeah, they put him in like sweats and a t-shirt. I love Maxx Payne. If you've never seen it, on the High Spots streaming service, there's a Chris Hero Maxx Payne shoot interview. It's fantastic. They don't even get to his WCW stuff really. Like a little bit at the end, but like his life story is fascinating. Maxx Payne, yeah, definitely the comfiest looking wrestler.
We have had a lot of arguments.
And I didn't even put that together, Cecil. Yeah, Flair was not wearing his robe in the locker room. He stopped to put it on.
Bell sounds, but with Ric Flair and Stunning Steve together.
Wow, there are only 33 wrestlers in the locker room for 32 spots. He is wearing an exploited shirt, yes. Maxx Payne was like a actual fan of music. And not like these other guys are like just listening to the same Willie Nelson's cassette in their car on a loop.
Maxx Payne starting off with Stunning Steve and the Hollywood Blonde.
Steve Austin starting with the Hollywood Blonde. Yeah, Steve Austin has a proper haircut here. His hairline hasn't quite left him.
That he would put his career on the line against Vader at Charlotte, North Carolina on Monday, December 27th.
Maxx Payne, great head of hair.
Signed by this weekend, or next weekend, of course.
I remember that, the fake Megadeth patch on Dolph's gear, the D-A-T-H. What a dork.
Steve going for a tag, the Nature Boy going for a strut on the apron.
Maximum Pain. Like, this actually kind of feels like a match. That's right, Clint. Yes, Maxx Payne trained at the New Japan Dojo. He is a graduate of that system. He was in the same year as Bryan Adams and Chris Benoit.
Well, he had to do something to get Maxx off his feet. Look how quick Payne's up.
That's right, good point.
And look how quick Stunning Steve is up.
Dude, Maxx Payne was a beast. Like, legit all-American amateur wrestler.
Back they go. He and Flying Brian were dominant World Tag Team Champions, but before that, of course, Stunning Steve, a 18-month reign as World Television
Patrick with one of those optional counts.
There's a tag,
not mandatory.
New style, the Cold Man. Right. Too Cold Scorpio.
All right, Stephen J. Neptune Man this day in sports history, this week in sports history. The Utah Jazz beat the Knicks 86-72 in the NBA, and the #1 song in America was "I Do Anything for Love, But I Won't Do That" by Meatloaf. Later covered by Keith Cole. I would do anything for love, but do not ask me to let go of this wrist lock. There he goes. Too Cold Scorpio, just by doing that backflip. That's the most anybody's done in any of these matches so far.
Wow!
Holy shit.
What a move that was! And they are going.
Look at this. They're actually working. Holy shit.
And there's the tag.
Like, we kind of have a tag team match happening here. These guys are actually kind of being cohesive.
The 10-time world heavyweight.
Also, I think this is the only time Ric Flair and Scorpio ever worked with each other. Because Flair hated Scorpio.
Nice reversal into a hammerlock by Too Cold
They had
Scorpio.
big dick heat.
We're going to see some quick wrestling here. Drop toe hold by the Nature Boy. Spins around.
Exactly, Refs as Wizards. There is. With all the different stuff we watch on this channel, generally speaking, if you guess that Colonel Parker's going to show up on something we're watching, you're going to be right.
Now Scorpio bridges out. Trying to reverse it into a backslide here.
Both guys battling. Look at this.
Love you, Eric. Good night.
Who could slide who?
Yeah, Flair and Scorpio did not get along. More so on the Flair side. But once Scorpio figured out that Flair hated him, the heat kind of went back and forth.
Ric Flair.
Yeah.
Scorpio with a high five.
That was such a weird high five.
The slogan goes, to be the man, you gotta
That's
beat
like the high five that your dad gives you when you tell him that you're not doing drugs.
Vader.
Oh my, I didn't even put that together. This is the Big Dick Hall of Fame. Flair, Scorpio, Colonel Parker.
Scorpio, boy, I tell you what, you got to give Scorpio a lot of credit here. He has taken on.
That's right. Survivor Series 93 was the next week. With the weird-ass Undertaker, Lex Luger, Steiner's team. Or what was it?
Ric Flair and his...
And look at that, there's still a little bit of professional jealousy between Stunning Steve and the Nature Boy.
Oh, it's all through this sport, Jess.
Nature Boy at the peak of his career, Stunning Steve still climbing up, I think.
Here are some of the
Where's Virgil? He's
the world title. We talked about Harley Race.
Getting some of that
Rhodes,
fuck money.
Ron Garvin, Ricky Steamboat, Sting, Barry Windham, and the late Kerry Von Erich, just to name a few.
I ain't on that list.
Even as a babyface, Flair's like, I'll have to do this spot.
Up on top.
Because he never beat.
I think it's a fetish for him.
No, sir.
Big Maxx misses the elbow. And here comes Stunning Steve.
Wasting no time, and Steve doing the right thing, keeping the...
Wait, are they going to get the heat on Maxx? That's such a weird choice.
No, sir. He held his ground, missing an elbow, ducks his head. Whoa, boy. He almost...
I always love those Austin backdrops where he'd flop his head back before he went over. Just added the extra bit of motion.
That's a smart move by Stunning Steve. He wasn't in a good...
Yes, Brian just brought it up. The top babyface, the guy that's going to win the world title on the next pay-per-view, is getting cucked by Mean Gene. His maid's over there getting fingered by the announcer.
Come on, Steve. Come on now. Time for work now.
I'll tell you, nobody works harder than the Colonel. It's an atrocity that he's not up
Okay, we're going to get the heat on Scorpio. Good.
You know
there we go. We got some brains working here.
A write-in, a call-in.
Yeah, do it right.
Stunning Steve is wearing knee pads. Good on him.
All I know is I'm voting for the Colonel.
Again. Right to the jaw.
Ooh.
One of the signature Ric Flair maneuvers. Scorpio not backing down at all. The youngster taking flight.
Yeah.
And look at Scorpio. Look at this, backflip.
There's a standing moonsault in 1993.
2 count.
Too cold Scorpio with some fast moves on the Nature Boy. Big shoulder, off the rope, over the top.
That was fun. That was a fun little deal there.
Scorpio's got him down.
A little twist on a trope.
And Scorpio walked right into that chop.
Everybody in this match seems to actually be thinking about how to figure out this awkward situation. Unlike everybody else in the show who just gave up.
And good teamwork right now on the part of Nature Boy Ric Flair and Stunning Steve.
You know, and if I can say here, Jess, it's a tribute to these two men to stay focused. They've had their animosity.
It's called professionalism.
That's exactly right. We have seen
oh, nice. Hell yeah.
that have let their animosity take them.
Oh, definitely Stephen J. Neptune, man.
Wow,
definitely.
And then Stunning Steve walked into that back thrust kick.
They saved all the good guys for one match. Problem is, there's 9 matches on the show.
The referee was talking to Colonel Parker.
And Stunning Steve came across and whipped his feet out from underneath him. And the cold man landed in a very unenviable position on the top.
You have to think that hurts Scorpio more than most guys. Hey, Orion. I think Austin would still mostly be a brawler.
Big suplex off the buckle.
Even if he could do this other stuff. Like, he got the role.
And Stunning Steve a little too cocky there.
Oh my god, I hate you refs as wizards because I hadn't noticed Nick Patrick's shoes, and then you pointed them out, and now that's all I'm going to be thinking about the rest of the show. And now I won't be able to take my eyes off of them. Those awful shoes. Like, why, Nick Patrick?
Get out of here.
Get out of here.
Tag is made and Flair runs off the Colonel. Now what sense is there to that? He's on your side.
Flair sending Scorpio down. Too Cold Scorpio in major trouble now. Oh, and Flair drives it in. Much like a Paul Orndorff we saw earlier.
Yeah, I did not notice those. Hell of a pin there.
Scorpio
Good little
out.
cradle.
Ric Flair's the type
by
of
Ric
athlete
Flair.
who, when you're down, can really take advantage of you. And that's what the former world champ's doing right now. Pick up and a belly-to-back suplex. Ric
Like, Nick
Flair
Patrick,
now.
for the most part, has been very inauspicious
Maxx Payne in throws
compared to
him off.
normal.
There's a tag to Stunning Steve.
But those
And you notice
shoes
the
have ruined it
professionalism
for
of
me.
Flair. He went across the ring to stop any tag out by Too Cold. Flair wants to win this one, big time, you can tell.
Tell you what, if they can put their differences behind them, this is a great tag team of Flair and Stunning Steve.
They don't really have any differences.
Oh, Stunning Steve, Stone Cold Steve Austin came up in 2024 WWE.
Well,
Oh, you
Flair
know
can
that
blame
he'd
this
be
guy, Stunning Steve, for
wearing
costing him that title
Dallas
shot
Cowboy stuff with his
against Vader.
gear. Because they got to do all the sports teams
He'll get his
tie-ins,
chance
you
for
know?
27. He can let bygones be bygones, Tony Schiavone.
Yeah, if Maxx Payne comes in and starts throwing these dudes around with suplexes, it'll be so good. I really doubt it's going to happen because of Flair, but
Look at this.
who knows?
Look at Flair. What a goody two shoes he's doing.
Oh, my goodness, they're going to go at it.
Okay, that's a good bit, trying to tag out to the wrong guy.
This is absurd.
Very funny.
Meanwhile, Flair.
Good. At least he's still got the will to win.
Customer Prentice. Nick Patrick pitching for his new Zoot band, a whole lot of Armstrong. That is a unique way of breaking up a pin. I like that. For the Maxx Payne character, that is a very cool way to break a pin. Just grab a guy by like the nose.
As Flair's going to hold up Too Cold Scorpio. Wow, and he hit it.
Getting about as much air as Jerry Sags did earlier.
You got to give Payne credit too. He wants to get the Battlebowl. He's not going to sit back on the apron.
10 men are in Battlebowl. We're going to be getting 2 more.
Or we
It was kind of a flying nothing. It was supposed to be an elbow, but he just kind of flops himself out at the end.
Double disqualification. Interesting as we take a look at Scorpio just trying to pry the fingers away from the reverse chin lock.
You can hear the Colonel yelling, I hear him giving up.
Austin's hair is doing things. It's all like pointing the opposite direction of his head.
The champions, as Flair was making his way to the ring, he and the Colonel got into it verbally and physically.
Elbow by the Cold Man. Not a lot on him, but enough to break the first hand. Third one, and Stunning Steve had enough of that. 2 right hands back, and here comes the Cold Man firing back.
Right above us.
Get him out of the corner. Rah, rah, rah. I'm going to punch you because I'm Nick Patrick. And I have to get over on all the wrestlers.
Flurry in quite a while. It was desperation, but it was effective.
Modified Culkin fade.
But the spin kick.
Both men are down. Now we got a race to see who can get to the corner. Scorpio.
Again, it's crazy comparing this to every other match on the show. It's like, shit, how can we fuck up doing a tag match in all these different ways? And then these guys just do a tag match. Here we go. But also the psychology is kind of fucked up here because nobody wants to see Ric Flair babyface bumping around for Maxx Payne.
Look at Maxx Payne go after the Nature Boy. Look at the Nature Boy hit the corner and up and down.
Clothesline by Payne. Into the buckle.
Where's Steve? Where's his partner? There he is.
Where's Steve?
On the floor.
Oh.
Hit the knee.
Oh, shit. A finish that makes sense.
Figure 4.
He's got it home.
Wait, hell of a way to make your babyface, or your newly turned babyface Maxx Payne, just look like a doofus.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winners advancing to
What the fuck was
the
that?
team of Stunning Steve Austin and Nature
Why did Austin do that?
Flair.
That was fun.
Was Austin going to go up the top and nail Flair?
What a weird ending. But hey, you know what? Easily the best match on this show. Easily.
Let's go back to replay. Now you see Payne firing Flair in. He dives, nobody home, drives
At
the
this,
knee into
for
the top buckle.
They sacrificed making Maxx Payne look like a
Close to the center of the
dweeb.
ring, it gives Nature Boy Ric Flair the opening
But
he
otherwise,
needed to sink in
a
the
perfectly
figure 4
fine
leg lock and
match.
Get the submission, Tony Schiavone.
They're still chasing each other around here. Up on the rampway as we
Also,
take you to the
imagine a
floor
world
now.
where they actually did go
Get
to
another match.
Flair versus
And
Austin
Battlebowl.
after
All right, Fifi,
Flair
you're
won
gonna
the
be very
belt.
happy about the result, the outcome of that match.
Oh, of course I was.
Fifi, if you would.
Hey, Fifi
hold
talked.
this a second, I gotta tie my shoe.
Oh god, he's gonna do something weird.
Excuse me there.
What
Had
a creep!
Bad wingtip. Let's
A
crank this
bad
up one more
wingtip.
time.
Oh boy.
Gee, good lord.
You poor
There we
bitch.
go. Thank you, Fifi. Give me this. I have to show you some etchings I have back in my hotel room.
Some
I think they're
etchings.
gonna love these. Let's see what name we have here. This guy just got sent up the creek. No,
Footstuffs
Ravishing Rick
Gino.
Rude.
There we go, Rick Rude. Yeah, I love how the heels are like, yeah, go Rick! Go! With me in a tag match with somebody who you don't know!
Shanghai Pierce.
Guys,
He
react.
doesn't even have a relative in the house.
Yeah! Arr.
All right, Fifi. Marcus Alexander Bagwell.
Good. How the fuck did they ever expect Bagwell to get over as a babyface with that name?
Bagwell's
Marcus
partner,
Alexander Bagwell.
Tex Slazenger.
Would you see that? Again, tag partners having to fight.
Partner here.
What
Very
do
random.
you expect?
It's so random.
I mean, Tex gets Bagwell and Shanghai gets the world champion. Shut up.
Shut
We got
up.
the luck of the draw on that one. Who would you rather have, Tony?
Well, I would rather have Rude. And
There you go.
That's not a slight on Bagwell. That's because Rude is red hot.
Yeah, Gene is very committed to that bit. It's like he thought of it and then didn't realize, oh shit, I have like 10 on cameras.
You know, like we said, Marcus Alexander Bagwell, one of the 5 men left in the very first Battlebowl.
And he has to keep thinking of new things to do every 10 minutes.
And it's gonna be very
And Rick
interesting
Rude,
now as Tex Slazenger
his
makes his way
tan
towards the
is
ring.
so dark that it's almost
He and
problematic.
Shanghai Pierce.
What is on his arm? Not the tattoo. Just random dirt on his shoulder.
What battles him and Shanghai have had against Bagwell and Too Cold Scorpio, Tony. Now they got to be partners.
That's right.
Again, that totally real sign.
Battlebowl. We certainly hope you'll have a great Thanksgiving coming up this Thursday.
Is that a
Texas
lesion?
got the cowbell. I wonder if he's going to show Marcus
Does he have
how to use it.
tapeworm?
That's a good question.
Rick Rude almost looks painful. Yeah, I agree. This is the best WCW in America.
And Marcus Bagwell will start this next to the last tag team match. Looking for 4 more men to get into Battlebowl.
Here we go. Yes, 2 more tags, and then the Battle Royal.
Who won't be picked?
Who misses the luck of the draw?
We still got in the back. We've got who? Kent Cole.
I love Rude
Kent
Drugz.
Cole.
I beat him, and he's got everybody's picture on the back. And you notice right on the front knee, right knee, Jesse the Body Ventura.
Also got.
Typically, he only put people on his tights who he either wanted to fight or fuck.
The man who reminds me of me.
So that means he wanted to fuck Jesse Ventura. It's a scar from shoulder surgery. Thank you, Cecil.
Bobby, we understand. The other half of Harlem Heat.
Thank you, Yankee Hawk. I appreciate it. Yeah, it's the Rick Rude PN News short I did today is breaking viewership records. Most views on YouTube in one day ever.
Truly one of the toughest in this sport.
Over 30,000 since 9:30 this morning.
Accept your invitation to the Jesse the Body Ventura Strongest Arm Contest. He feels as world champion.
Ghost of Prentice. Would have loved to see Gene pitched at the booking committee. Guys, I got this idea for this bit at Battlebowl. After every match, you come back to me, and I'm just groping her. I'm just groping Fifi. Okay, and that's it.
Vertical suplex. He didn't even go down with him. He just sent him over. That is just sheer upper body strength right there.
Yes, Judas Effect. He wanted to fuck Regis so hard. Like we all did.
Toe hold, Bagwell. Using the quickness now.
That's a good point. If both teams get like double DQ'd, would they just do another random draw? And the guys just go in. That's a good point, Robot Overload. Overlord. I keep mispronouncing your name.
No, I guess he didn't thumb him in the eye. Slazenger pounding the champion
To
down.
think that man is a top-level chef and missing a toe now.
Rude.
Yeah, Rick Rude ruled. He was very good at getting kids to hate him.
This ought to be
So don't feel bad about that.
Look at this. The two Texicans.
Hey, it's that bull rope from Ring of Honor the other night.
Slazenger and Pierce, normally partners.
One of the few teams who never did like a big split-up angle.
Wait a minute.
Like Henry and Phineas never fought each other.
Shanghai Pierce. The back of Rude.
Though part of it is obviously Mark Canterbury got hurt.
Rude made a mistake. He was
Yes, that is
keep it
Midian. Yes,
professional,
one of the same.
Trying to tell
Yep.
Shanghai, hey, this is a new ball game tonight. Shanghai would hear none of it, and Slazenger catches Rude from behind, and the champ.
That little stompy.
And look at Bagwell. He loves it now. He can come in with a man down.
There you go.
Thought for a second he's going to do Lama Straw.
Putting all the way down. So far, Vader, Cactus, Johnny B. Bad, Nasty Boys, Paul Orndorff, the Shockmaster, Dustin Rhodes. One out of the Colossal Kongs, that is King Kong, Sting.
What a battle royal he's listing off. It's like 2 stars and then a bunch of nobodies.
Snap over. And Shanghai Pierce, after getting the tag, comes in. Some of the men who didn't make it. Ricky Steamboat, Lord Steven Regal, Ron Simmons.
Now he's just listing off all the losers.
Too Cold Scorpio.
Honestly, it sounds like a better battle royal. Can't they just wrestle?
And what a move by Bagwell as he catches.
I love when green wrestlers do a hip toss as part of their big shine, and then they fling up their arm afterwards, like yeah.
Bagwell using his quickness, speed, tenacity. Of course, he and Scorpio, tremendous tag team, and Scorpio had a great.
What is that? Okay, now it's kind of an armbar.
In normal circumstances, he'd probably go for a tag here.
That's right.
But can he? I don't think so.
That's a good point, Cecil. Who would have thought that between young upstart Marcus Alexander Bagwell and Tex Slazenger, that Bagwell would be the one that would only get a week in the WWF? It's a hell of a point. Downs.
Driving the knee down to the arm, and you can hear the pain of Shanghai Pierce.
Also, old Shanghai did not shave his armpits. So hopefully he does not headlock anybody in this match.
Tag, and Rude comes back in. An argument ensuing on the other side.
I love it. Nobody can trust anybody, can they?
God, Rick Rude is
Team of all the teams
massive.
we've seen here, and we've seen many of them.
Like, his skin just looks like it's about to
What team
burst.
has worked
I do not believe Bagwell ever held a singles title in WCW,
At some
no.
point during the match, I'd say Stunning Steve and Nature Boy did okay, but they fought with each other too.
The obvious team that didn't work was Steamboat and Regal.
Oh, jeez!
Their animosity led to their elimination.
Come on, boy! Come on, boy!
Low-key sitting at home. Oh my god, he's spitting on him.
Rick Rude. Always
A young Loki sitting at home watching Rick Rude thinking, I'm going to do that someday.
World Heavyweight Champion. Got by the skin of his teeth on the Clash of the Champions, Road Warrior Hawk. Tag made on the other end.
He just tagged Shanghai so hard.
A man
Whoa, look at that. Shanghai took a look at Tex, and they both kind of glared
Rick
at
Rude's,
each other. I think
you
the
got a
battle's
good
getting
point,
the better
Casual
of them.
Maybe so.
Rick Rude put so much thought into his ring
I'd like
gear.
to see him go at it if they would. The Colossal
I'd
Cross did
love
earlier
to
on.
see like an interview with
had on opposite
his
sides.
airbrush artist, just explaining the process that went into the creation of his gear,
Pensacola Civic Center
or like
in
Rick
the
talking him through it,
Florida.
you know.
Capacity, it's filled to the rafters.
What are you going to do for Thanksgiving?
The rafters, which are not up that high, it's a one-level building.
In
I
the
know
midsection.
you're going to church, right?
Yeah, probably so.
Jesse's about to say, there is no God. You're going to church tomorrow, aren't you?
See if he'll make
Well,
it
yeah.
back here. Well, he's
Well, organized
thought
religion
about
is
it, and then he
crime.
walked away from it. He looked over towards his corner as if he was going to stick out the left hand and then walk back.
And again, it is weird that of the four men, Dennis Knight would be the one that would go on to wrestle naked.
Shoulder block. Oh, Rude hit.
Oh.
Rude pulled on the top rope and Bagwell took a nasty spill.
What a smart move by Ravage.
That would have been a fun bit if they showed Rick Rude going through his locker, thumbing through like 40 different pairs of tights,
Happy Thanksgiving, aren't you, Tony?
and like
I mean,
quickly putting some
could be
on
worse,
to
you know,
fit
you
this
could be
match.
indicted or something.
Right up to the apron of the ring and Bagwell's hurt. And down between the shoulder blades.
And you can bet Shanghai's going to do what he has to here, because it ain't Tex's partner.
Tag, and here comes the double teaming. And Rude.
Like structurally, this I'm not.
Bagwell reeling.
The prior match had
He's
better
caught in the wrong
action,
corner, and if he's going to make a tag, he better make it now with Rude in the ring.
but structurally, this might be a better
Oh,
match.
and face first he goes. Great move.
Yeah, Tony and Jesse are
Look at
just.
that front double bicep.
They're so bored. They are so bored, and it's great.
It's been quite a year for Ravishing Rick Rude, a man who was stripped of the U.S. title at the beginning
Yeah,
of
quite a year
the
for Rick Rude. He was stripped of an imaginary
Won
title.
the U.S. title from Dustin Rhodes. At least we thought, but it was held up by WCW.
Well, you stripped of the U.S. title too,
Then
but
defeated Flair for the world title. Then there was the argument about, is it a world
Yeah,
title?
it kinda
or
does
not?
seem that way,
Finally,
Clint. Like-
WCW International Promoter said yes, it is
like
recognized.
they didn't put up the matches on the board
overseas,
until
in Japan,
right before
in
bell
Europe.
time,
Therefore, he is a
and
world
so the
champion.
early matches didn't have a clue what to do.
And now Shanghai Pearson. And now Bagwell, who desperately needs to tag the partner of the man who's beating him up here.
Well, Bagwell's been in that ring an awful long time. If he does a tag within
I think
about the next
Shivani needs a
45
coffee
seconds,
IV.
I think it's going to be Shanghai and Rude
Oh.
heading on the Battlebowl.
What kind of partner is this?
Give me a boot.
This might be the fourth
Now
tag
they're
team on
working pretty
opposite
good as a
sides.
team, as long as
Again,
Bagwell's in
shitty
there.
job of making it seem like
And
a
look at
random draw.
Shanghai doing his job, blocking off the
Like,
corner.
random draws
As he
don't just
blocked it off
mean,
from Bagwell, he turned and again just glared at his partner.
Pereas Increíbles. Oh, so is Rick Rude wearing glitter? I believe Rick Rude is wearing glitter, which, I mean, good for him.
With the bear hug on Marcus Alexander Bagwell.
I'll tell you what.
Yeah, that 96 Lethal
right
Lottery
now.
is...
Rude should be looking for an opening to
Like,
slip in the Rude Awakening right now.
every match was a team against each other, and feuds teaming up. Nothing fucking random about
I
that.
wonder why he hasn't hit the Rude Awakening at earlier points in the match.
Because that's not always true.
I don't blame you, Brian. Some of those Bellator shows or the UFC shows that have like a dozen prelims and then a full main card, I could not imagine working those shows
Texas on the short end of the stick. And Bagwell's taking
and not having like caffeine poured on.
There was no tag.
Yeah, I'm not making fun of Rick Rude. He makes it
There
work.
was a tag, nevertheless.
It's an observation.
And Marcus Alexander Bagwell is going to take a.
You just say I'm going to suck the prettiness right out of him?
As Shanghai Pierce holds on.
Or it was probably squeeze, but
Sending Bagwell
what
down.
a statement. I'm going to suck the prettiness right out of you.
By two very rough, rugged men. How much more the youngster can take because he is not tagged out, I think at times because of who his partner is. Normally he
Yeah, you don't need big legs when you got Rick Rude's body.
Get cold Scorpio here. But Bagwell, who's trying to make a repeat visit to Battlebowl, a Battlebowl he was very successful in a couple of years ago.
Suck the poison out.
Tex and Shanghai trying to make it.
Just starts blowing them.
Very first.
What
If Tex makes it,
a
Shanghai
rest hold
won't.
spot that would be. Just start sucking a dude off.
Shanghai makes it, Tex won't.
There you go.
And Rude will.
The guy like starting to cloud
Down,
while he's like
Marcus
half
Alexander
chubbed.
Bagwell with a side headlock on the mat.
Random WCW bug
Yet, the referee says.
in the corner that has not been up at all for the rest of the show. Like they forgot that they had it. Oh shit, let's press the button and get this thing up.
He's trying to make it up to his feet. Let's see if he's got anything on the elbow.
Two of them broke loose that time. Set him down.
And imagine being the lone fan in the crowd like Cecil brought up, trying to get a slow clap started during this match, and everyone's like, fuck doing this.
And a power bomb.
Hell yeah. Oh, sweet.
Oh, look at that.
Tex made the save.
Yeah, hey.
Shanghai
That's like the first thing the crowd's really been into. That wasn't just a star walking out.
He kicked his partner in the head.
Yeah, and they made the bug go away. Like, is the producer in the truck like just bored pressing shit?
Maybe.
Something the Kongs would not do.
Hell yeah, hey. Something different. Listen to this crowd.
Whoa.
Imagine if they did this with like stars. Holy shit, these guys are going out. This rules.
Go get it.
This is great.
Hand by Tex. Sending Shanghai in. Has there been a tag made or not?
I don't know. It looked like Rude may have gotten one. Rude's making no attempt to get in, so he must have missed it.
Bagwell still down in the corner.
Yeah, that's the definition of you hate your friends harder than you hate your strangers. Gonna come in. The head's open. There we go. Beautiful. Great finish. I love that finish. Trapping him with the sunset flip. Leaves the head open. Does the neck breaker. 1, 2, 3. That was good shit. Second good match in a row. Again, action-wise, probably not as good as the previous match. But in terms of structure, and I mean, even the previous match didn't have a moment like that. That was legitimately great. Seen Stain Tex with less of a tan than Rick Rude. Yeah, he's bronze. What a good finish.
Slazenger. Only thing is, Tex don't know it. Rude comes in.
Oh my god, he literally does have everybody in Battlebowl on his trunk, on his tights. That's badass. Yankee Hawk, question for the chat. Where was Rude better, WWE or WCW? I would argue WCW. He was given a chance to be like a tippy top guy in ways that he was not in the WWF.
And the Texicans have made up. Isn't that
yes,
nice
this is Marcus Bagwell's 4th year as Rookie of the Year.
Yeah, kind of gets you like right here, doesn't it?
It shows that no matter how hard times get, there's still friendship and warmth in the world.
Like, there was a lot of fun character stuff in the WWF, but WCW gave him more to, like, sink into, you know?
Battlebowl, and of course we have in Battlebowl right now 14 men.
And work-wise, absolutely WCW.
Not yet.
Fuck, this show's going long. What do I say?
On the last 4. Too early to pick them, Tony. We'll pick them when we know who's there.
All right, we are ready for our last drawing. Take it away.
Shivani has nothing to say.
Get back up there.
Oh, God.
Just, trying to fix
really?
My cord. It gets tangled up on my feet. Fifi, let's roll the drum one more time. We've got one more tag team match to go. Got away with that one. I don't know.
Oh, my gosh. They went there.
Well, Fifi, you got the snap off on that one. Very good.
At this point in the show, it feels like when you're in the office, like the day before a holiday, and nobody really wants to get anything new started, but you still have to, like, look like you're working.
If he makes it to Battlebowl, he's going to be a favorite. He's there.
All right, Road Warrior Hawk.
Bulldog, yeah, look at Davey Boy Smith.
Yeah, this is the point where Animal was, quote, retired.
Partner is going to be none other than Rip Rogers.
Oh, Rip.
What? Rip Rogers?
You're like, what?
Rip Rogers and Hawk.
He's booked to wrestle on this show?
You don't think he's qualified?
Well,
Davey Boy Smith.
Gene reading it like he had never seen Davey's name in his life. Davey Boy Smith?
His partner, Harlem Heat Cole.
Aw, the other Cole brother didn't get to wrestle. Only one Cole twin got to wrestle.
Look at that. Hawk just leveled his partner.
Hey, Doctor, thank you so much for the follow. Appreciate it. Appreciate you bringing the flat soda and the half-eaten crackers. Yeah, that's a fun bit. Hawk just being like, fuck it, I don't need a partner.
Here comes the British Bulldog, Davey Boy Smith, and Rip Rogers still on the canvas here.
Could you imagine all the synthetic hormone running through these men's veins? Like, Hawk and Davey both look like if you were to stab them, that gooey shit that's inside of a Stretch Armstrong would just come, like, oozing out.
And Rip is still down.
Everybody beats him.
Harlem Heat. He throws a boot in on Rip.
This match definitely has a lot of heart, as in enlarged.
All right, well, there you see Rip Rogers, who was so excited about getting into Battlebowl that he infuriated his partner. And now Rip's trying to make it to the ring. Meanwhile, Hawk is by himself against Davey Boy Cole of Harlem Heat. It's our last of the Lethal Lottery.
That's the thank you Rip got for being like WCW's like Indiana, Kentucky house show promoter at the time.
Davey Boy Smith and Hawk of the Road Warriors.
It must be so painful to be as wide as Davey Boy Smith was here.
This is going to be great seeing the British Bulldog and his power lock up against one half of the Road Warriors.
I love how all the weird high fives on this show. Like everybody on this show who's done a high five seems like they've never seen a high five before. Like they're aliens pretending to be human.
Look at
Yeah, the WWE ID thing seems to be like, oh shit, we have Gabe Sapolsky on payroll. We have to give him something to do.
Well, he got nailed.
Here's a bunch of WWE ID shirts, Gabe. Just hand them out to people.
Why would you hit your partner? I mean, before the match.
Davey looks like he creaks when he moves his arms.
It's a good question. And now the test of strength.
Davey's got a booty on him. I'll give him that.
What a test of strength. And it looks like the Road Warrior with an early advantage. Here comes Davey Boy, the other direction.
And Jesse is so sarcastically done with this show. Ah, that's the other direction.
A lot of mouthing going on here.
Look at this. Now Davey Boy's supposed to be partners with him. There's a tag, and Davey Boy's cheerleading the Road Warrior.
Well, now wait a second. Cole wanted to go in, and as a good partner,
yeah,
his partner to come in.
And look at poor Rip. He's trying to get his jacket off yet.
That it would be a smart way to cover up the fact that you're balding. The two mohawk deal.
We're wanting to get in. Cole sure taking his time now, and here we go. Knee to the midsection. Look at that. And he's got Hawk reeling here.
Cole with the quick knee and about 5 forearms. Knocks Road Warrior Hawk down to the mat. Drops him again.
His partner, Payne.
Davey's cheering on the other team.
Was eliminated earlier on.
Got a triple down and Rip Rogers comes in and still loses the match. That'd be great.
Snapped him over.
Look at that. Smith is yelling for Hawk.
There we go. Jesse just noticed it.
How about that?
Don't make no sense to me, Tony. The goal is to get to Battlebowl.
Yes, that's right. He is Kane, and he has the fire motif, too.
Still without a partner. And and he is knife edging this guy all over the place.
I'm sure Hawk loved that. Having somebody no-sell his shit after a decade of him no-selling everyone else's stuff. Oh, I thought he was going to do a double stomp. Watched too much indie wrestling over the last decade.
With the old ring jacket on it. His corner is over here. He's on the opposite side of the ring.
Yes, Animal's out with the broken back. Animal is technically, quote, retired at this point.
Look at kick out.
Like, I think this was the period where Hawk and Animal weren't even talking. There was beef over one of the comments. Jeez, you can hear that.
Well, he's our tough luck man of the pay-per-view.
This ain't been Rip's night. His own partner nails him before the match starts. Then Cole gets him twice. Look at this.
That's not their name in this company.
I don't understand it either.
Vince McMahon has that trademarked. I don't think he actually did. But they never called him the LOD in WCW. They were the Road Warriors.
The guillotine.
Yeah, there's nothing left over in catering for him to steal. Nobody asked him to put his hand in the toilet to retrieve their keys. What a bad night for the man.
That's right. He can blame himself.
Oh.
He hit his own partner.
Even if he could tag his partner now, he's not in the corner. So
look at, and Rip gets it again. Oh man.
Oh.
Every time
to Rip's credit, he keeps taking bumps on that ramp, and that does not look fun.
To get tagged, he gets hammered again.
To Rip's not credit, everything else.
And then Davey Boy back cheerleading the Road Warrior.
This is one crazy matchup, isn't it? What a way to end up our Lethal Lottery tag matches.
Maybe Hawk should try to tag Davey Boy.
Nick Patrick's stupid ass shoes.
Well, why not? A good look at the British Bulldog, truly.
I always love in long matches when Davey's braids would get undone, and he would slowly become like the world's biggest poodle.
10 days ago, he made a challenge to Rude.
Exactly, Cecil. Rip Rogers sounds like a referee. He gets in the ring, his team loses.
And that certainly cost him the chance of the World Tag.
You know what I love about the Rude Awakening? It does just the opposite. It doesn't awake you, it puts you to sleep.
That's right.
Jesse, that was the last match. It took Jesse half of the next match to come up with that line about a guy that he's been watching wrestle for a decade. I wouldn't be surprised if Hawk was taking 10 perks a day at this point. He's Hawk.
Fires back a weak forearm. Oh, that's a close
Speaking of putting to sleep this match. Yeah, gosh. There's a reason why the Road Warriors did not sell. And this is why.
And Cole thumbs him in the eye. Backbreaker.
Yeah, Hawk seems so confused to not be the one doing moves.
Cole, the Harlem Heat, knows it won't do any good to tag Davey Boy, because Davey Boy ain't gonna do nothing. Whoa, out of the way, nobody home.
Yeah, this
You're too fooked up, Mr. Hitman. Oh, jeez. Imagine Davey high on crack coming into Battlebowl with randomly drawn partners. Wow, hey! Rip gets a win.
What about that?
Hello, Davey's like, yeah, I lost! There was no tag. I don't think anybody's ever thought about that season.
Rip is going to Battlebowl and Davey.
Latina Loki, thank you so much for the follow. Appreciate it. Again, so many folks bringing in the flat soda and the crackers tonight. Having a party.
Let's go back to replay. Here you see Hawk of the Road Warriors driving the right hand in after a big leap. He looks over. He sees Rip staggering up.
I'm sure
Rogers
Rip bragged about that often back in Seymour.
And tosses him right on Harlem Heat. 1, 2,
Jesse
3.
just not
Rip
even
Rogers
trying
and Hawk go to the final.
to figure out the difference between Booker and Stevie.
The Battle Bowl lineup is complete. Can I have that, Steve, so I can read who's in it? Vader, Cactus Jack.
He's like, you motherfucker, give me the lineup.
Paul Orndorff, the Shockmaster, Dustin Rhodes.
I didn't have this memorized.
King Kong, Sting.
Oh, thank you, Latino Loki.
Ric Flair, Stunning Steve, Ravishing Rick Rude, Shanghai Pierce, Road Warrior.
Oh shit! Well, Raw's been over for an hour, so I'm sorry, Ninja Teller Black. I meant I was gonna do that whole bit. I forgot, giving away the Raw results.
Both the nasties
having too much fun.
They're a favorite, and it's going to be awful hard to get Vader out.
We'll let you know before we go to Battle Bowl, a Battle Royal is over the top to the floor to get eliminated.
That is how much time they had to fill. That Tony Schiavone is like, for those of you who bought a wrestling pay-per-view and do not know what a Battle Royal is, let me explain it.
I don't know where this guy Rip Rogers came from, but I'll tell you what. I've got to go with the big men when it comes to a Battle Royal. They're the tough ones to get up over the top rope. Tony and Jesse, I've got to tell you, it has been a delight.
When's the last time the big man in a Battle Royal won?
I have covered professional wrestling for nearly a quarter
I feel like it's always the thing that the big man gets thrown out first.
Absolutely knocking me out.
Oh yeah, this is a night off for everybody, but not in like a fun way.
To my left. She is the
all these guys are
for Ric Flair, the Nature Boy.
Not
I'm talking about
giving a fuck.
You have been fantastic.
Oh, merci. Oh, you have been excellent too.
Get a hold of yourself there, Gene.
I get a hold of something, Tony.
Oh, Gene.
I'll tell you what, PP, I know that...
why are we back to them? We're not drawing any names. Is he gonna pull out a card and be like, hey, Kent Cole, you're a loser. You didn't get drawn.
All right, Mean Gene Okerlund.
Yeah, Big Show at that, and the one Andre is the last one I can think of too.
You know, you asked me who you thought was going to win this Battle Bowl. I'm very curious who you think is going to be the odds-on favorite tonight.
Who do I think the odds-on favorite is?
What am I throwing? A curve at you, Ventura? Come on,
give me a Jesse's so mad. He has no idea who's in the Battle Royal.
I'll tell you what, it's either going to be Vader or the two Nasty Boys because they're in it together.
You come up with a very interesting point.
Oh, hey, Jesse was actually paying attention.
Boys can collaborate now in this Battle Bowl, and they can get everybody out and have it all to themselves.
Fifi has been rescued from Gene.
It's going to be to their advantage, but I'll tell you what, I'll agree with you, Mean Gene. It's still a big man's event. Over the top Battle Royal. If you're going to eliminate the big men, you got to do it early.
Yes, the other Cole was the only guy in the locker room who did not get to wrestle.
Battlebowl. I will now read the list of the final.
All right, this is the WWE Network dub ring announcer.
Cactus Jack.
Vader.
Johnny B. Pence.
I've always meant to ask who in the office or who in the production team did this dub. Because this isn't Justin Roberts. This isn't any of the staff ring announcers.
Orndorff. King Kong. Dustin Rhodes. Sting. Nasty Boy Sax. Stunning.
I think they dubbed it because they thought there might be an issue with the music they played. But I can't think of what it would be.
Flair.
Somebody actually made a Battle Bowl sign. Yeah, the one little attention to detail moment. They are coming out in the order in which they won. And the final entrant, Rip Rogers.
A staggering Rip Rogers. And I hope Rip goes a long way in this.
Well, if Rip can find a way to hide under the ring till there's one guy
yeah,
left, he might win it.
Sting.
Why not?
In totally real sign.
Remember, it is over the top rope to the floor, not the ramp way.
These people were so excited to leave.
Anything goes in a battle royal, and this is what they waited to see.
There we go, folks. The main event of the evening.
It is a gold and diamond ring presented by World Championship
Yes,
Wrestling.
everyone wrestled a match. Rip only took a few
He
punches.
spent the shortest time in the ring to make it to the final.
Like, theoretically, Rip should be the least exhausted. Like, everyone else in this ring had to wrestle a full match.
He ain't made it in yet.
Like, did Rip get shit-faced before the match? He took like 4 punches, and now he's not selling.
Watch him fight.
Like, the bell rang and he like did the Festus deal. Like, he came to life.
Locked up with the Road Warrior.
Wow. Sags and Flair. Dustin Rhodes and Ravishing Rick Rude. Now there's a battle. I thought that.
Like, this could be fun. There's some good wrestlers in here.
Shanghai and Cactus.
This is a pretty good representation of the top of the WCW card at this point.
Dustin Rhodes hanging over the top.
The referees will let our ring announcers know. They will make the official announcement as to who is eliminated.
Somebody just went out.
Rip Rogers has been eliminated from Battlebowl.
Rip Rogers gone.
And that makes sense for Rip Rogers doing a, hey, I got this cool bit I'm gonna stick to, even if it doesn't make sense for anything happening around me. But hey, he's gone now, so.
So we got 15 now.
Why are we doing this? Why do we have to do picture-in-picture for this Battle Royal? They didn't even get the shot of him going over. Why did we cut to it?
You kind of miss some of them here until you get down to about a half a dozen.
Jesse Ventura pointing out the inherent problem with televised Battle Royals. You cannot tell what's happening until they're down to the last few. I love how you have like interesting combos in there, like Cactus is working with Austin, but the two that are up front are like Shockmaster and Awesome Kong.
Great camera work. Hopefully we can see each man as he's eliminated. Dustin Rhodes looks like he may be next, courtesy of Mr. Wonderful.
Paul Orndorff trying to send Dustin out. And the fight goes on.
Why is he selling like that? He got punched in the stomach and he's selling like he's knocked out. Doing like the mummy thing.
But he went through the ropes.
All right.
He went through the ropes, Tony.
Flair's there with him. They're fighting on the floor.
Yeah, Flair and Austin are like, hey, let's go to where there's room.
And they're still fighting on the floor.
So
we can work.
Still alive.
Right, Cecil with a Battle Royale story. Some kids were trying to do a bunch of spots in a Battle Royale. Evil Uno grabbed one, shoot double-legged him, gave him a shoot big swing, and then told him to get the fuck out of the ring. So the dude eliminated himself.
No, he's on the ramp. He's not eliminated.
That's great. I love it. Also, I'm glad they established whether or not the ramp is part of the ring.
So this is an even tougher Battle Royal in many ways.
Yeah, because you only got 3 basic sides. If they go out the ramp side, they're still eligible.
There he goes.
Whoa, there went Johnny B.
Johnny B. Bad eliminated from Battlebowl.
Johnny B. Bad eliminated from Battlebowl.
We are down now to 13.
Notice too that Vader's still in there. Rhodes got him draped up. Vader and the Shockmaster.
Here's Johnny B. Bad going out, I believe. There you go.
Yep, there goes Johnny
That would be a good bit. If somebody took a bump off the apron and that's how they're eliminated. Interesting, Rude and Austin working with each other.
In our sport, we got Dustin and
Kong and Shockmaster have been paired together this whole match because nobody else wants to work with them.
Tied up with Sting.
King Kong hammering away on the Shockmaster.
Flair's almost out.
Flair is almost, and look at the Road Warrior. Saves the Nature Boy. Why? You're in it, every man for
get the
himself.
fuck off me.
Why would he do that?
I believe so, Refs as Wizards. Yes. Anything that's level with the ring, if you can get on it, it saves you.
Quite an effort. Cactus Jack. Look, Cactus Jack's going to send Vader.
Oh gosh. Yeah, let's set up a superplex in a Battle Royal. Okay, they're gonna do it. They're gonna do a fucking superplex. Oh no, no.
Whoa, and
Vader just slams him. And yeah, Ghost of Burtis brings up a good point. Whenever Kong and Shockmaster go to a side of the ring, everybody else goes to the other side.
Oh, and Vader just eliminated Cactus. And there goes Mr. Wonderful over the top.
So 2 and down. Cactus and Orndorff basically at the same time.
Oh, there goes Awesome Kong. There goes the Shockmaster.
Kong.
Here goes Cactus.
Here you see
Fucking
a replay
King
of
Kong.
Cactus going out.
One
That
punch,
happened
and he goes
moments ago.
flying. Takes the biggest bump he's ever taken in his life.
Dustin Rhodes hooked the rope
When he's
and
supposed to be
backed
like the
Orndorff
biggest
over
threat
the
in this
top.
match.
That eliminated Mr. Wonderful.
Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff also eliminated.
Poor Gary Capetta having to like catch up. Mr. Wonderful's also been eliminated.
Hoisting Sting up high.
Oh,
He
ooh.
puts him out to the ramp, but that's not elimination.
That's right.
Race says it is, but Race is in for bad news. It's got to be to the floor.
Ah.
7 are gone. 9 remain. And the Nasty Boys, the only team in there.
This is not a bad group for the last few.
No, Harley, Sting should not be out of here.
He hit the ramp.
He landed on the ramp. You got to go to the floor. Harley Race complaining to us, Tony. We can't do nothing about it.
Now there's room opened up so people can start like doing stuff.
Man who just tonight on WCW Saturday Night made a challenge for Dustin Rhodes' U.S. title, and he and Dustin are going at it now.
Bless Tony's heart for acting like Saturday Night was quote live before this.
Are pounding away at Battlebowl. One man will remain. He'll be the champion.
Up. Oh, that could be an awkward bump. Sting's doing like a reverse stretch muffler.
There's Sags.
And Vader.
And Vader's like, nope, I cannot be the smelliest man in here.
Vader, the only big man left in there. I mean,
by the way, shout out to my SSRI gang. I'm going to take my meds for the night.
You heard the challenge made by Flair for
3 of these guys wrestled this year. Let's see.
Monday, December 27th.
Dustin, yes. Sting, yes. Who would be the other one?
Vader, a man who's taken pride in the fact
Hawk's dead. The Nasties haven't wrestled.
What the Nasties should do now is they should maintain contact with each other.
Flair was last year.
Throughout the remainder of this match.
Yeah, Flair almost died in the ring last year.
Well, that's a good point, Jesse, but eventually...
Yeah, Knobs has like a heart thing. Oh my gosh.
One of them steps out over the top and you split the ring.
Like, yeah, Knobs is not allowed to, like, work anymore.
Okay.
2 pork kebabs. Thank you so much for the follow. Flair's 2022. That is how much COVID has messed up my brain with time.
Put it in the trophy case and neither of you wear it.
Well, okay.
Yeah, Austin was in 23, yeah.
They should stick together.
Because that was the last Vince Mania.
Shanghai, Johnny B. Bad, Cactus Jack, Paul Orndorff, the Shockmaster, and King Kong of the Colossal Kongs. 9 remain.
I always love when Sting would just do the random hi-ya! Hi-ya!
Flair in his first Battlebowl in WCW.
Look at Rude going to work, the 2 world champions. Going toe-to-toe.
Yeah, only 2, close to 4.
And of course, that is not
but hey, still 2 guys in a Battle Royal from 1993 working in 2024 is still crazy.
And you know, they got to be getting weary right now.
And Dustin, it sounds like he's going to be working for a couple more years. Because he just signed that new deal.
They've survived so far. Look at the Nature Boy.
And Austin KO was in 2022. I swear it was in 2023. I'll take your word for it.
Forgive and forget. Sting! He sent both Nasty Boys really nut time. Vader sends Flair down.
Hawk is choking out Stunning Steve.
And only 2 of them have passed. Okay. Which is good, again, for a match from this time. I'm hoping we get, like, a high-level singles match for Dustin. And all in Texas.
This is a wild
He
one.
really... It would be such a good moment for him to have a big match on that
and they
show.
are still fighting.
Dustin's got 1 Nasty Boy, the Nature Boy's got the other one.
3 still. 3 is not that bad. It could be a lot worse.
There gotta be some attempts to go
Oh
over
God,
the top
yeah.
pretty soon.
The thing is, though, people like Fred Ottman. I don't think they would have pooped in his helmet.
Not the case. Sometimes it's timing in a battle royal. Stunning Steve is hurting. He just slumped in the corner over there. He cannot even get up right now. The Colonel encouraging him up.
Colonel ought to just keep him in the corner there. The Colonel's fanning him with the kerchief.
Flair maybe close to going out up on the upper left here. Sting stopped that cold.
Dustin and Hangman would be such a good match. I'm sure I'm sure there are Attitude Era like tag matches with people ringside. Everybody's dead. Oh, Dustin's out. That's a shame.
Go over the top. Dustin Rhodes still legal. Stunning Steve through the ropes. Both of those men still legal.
If I'm not mistaken, I think Austin and Dustin end up wrestling at Starcade a month later.
He may not be able to get back in.
Most test matches have more dead wrestlers. Jeez, yeah.
Dustin still out.
Well, somebody needs to get Dustin back in there. He's loafing on the floor.
He's loafing.
Loafing.
That's a phrase we need to bring back, loafing.
The fight, 8 men are in. 1 man is on the outside, is Dustin Rhodes, who's hurting. He went head first. And
oh gosh.
Yeah,
bless Dustin Rhodes' heart
he's heavily
for blading for this
Dustin
bullshit.
Rhodes rammed into the post.
He hit the ring post hard. He's bleeding profusely, and he's back in.
Grandma Rhodes in Houston can be proud of him. He's put up one hell of a fight tonight.
Yeah, he has.
Both in the tag action as well as in this.
Wait, isn't Dustin out? I thought Dustin got eliminated. I'm so confused.
Dustin's still fighting back. Look at this kid go.
Like, who's ever gotten color in a battle royal? He went through the ropes, okay.
Dustin fighting for all he's worth.
Ah, we're gonna try to kill each other. Wow. The WrestleMania 2000 Hardcore Battle Royal Scramble thing only has two dead guys in it. I wouldn't have thought that either. Well, I do not know about Wild and Dangerous Dan, but I would love to know about Wild and Dangerous Dan. Holy shit, that bump.
And we'll get the official word on Dustin.
3 of them went real quick right there.
Rhodes gone.
Ravishing Rick Rude's gone.
They clearly just got a cue like, hey guys, we gotta get moving here.
We're down to
stop bullshitting.
It's like college basketball, the Final Four, Tony.
And there's a fight going on the floor. Dustin Rhodes.
This is a fine Final Four.
It's going down to one of the Nasty Boys, I believe.
Wild and Dangerous Dan might be my new favorite wrestler for blading off of a baby powder.
Rude goes.
Sorry, I have sensitive skin, you guys.
When he hit that post, he's bleeding all over the place.
While in a figure 4. I cannot believe Dustin bladed for this match.
Well, 4 men remain in Battlebowl. This is a wild one, Jess.
And I don't think none of them are going to team up with anybody. Vader with the Nature Boy. They're set for the 27th. Flair's career on the line. Sting suplexes.
Oh, I will definitely. I will Google him after we're done
Flair
tonight.
to the buckle.
I'm fascinated by Wild and Dangerous Dan.
Oh, and look at
Now Harley Races just wants to do spots with Flair. Why not? I always loved when Harley would manage against Flair. Because Flair would just get bored halfway through the match and be like, okay, I'm going to start wrestling Harley now. I would rather be wrestling Harley than you. So me and Harley are going to go wrestle now. Oh, right to the dick.
Meanwhile, Stunning Steve and Sting going at it. Flair hurt.
I think a lot of people thought Austin was gonna be a big star, but yeah, he definitely needed to leave WCW because he wasn't going to be a big star in WCW. I mean, a bigger star than most, yes, but not the guy. And Sting applying a submission hold in a battle royal, as you're ought to do. Now we're just all fighting on the ramp.
Look at this!
They're out on the runway. They're fighting on the runway.
It's Battlebowl on the runway.
Oh, there's barely anything on Google for Wild and Dangerous Dan.
Referee's trying to tell him, you gotta get back in the ring. Tony, we could end up with a 4-way tie.
Is this the first battle royal in history where just everybody ends up on the outside?
And Chuck just got booted by Vader.
And the match is still happening. What is going on? Everybody is passed out on the ramp. There are multiple referees. A trainer is out there. Ric Flair is apparently passed out.
He's asking for some assistance here.
Flair must be finished.
Chuck Tache is out there. Oh my, Ric Flair couldn't take a fucking bump over the top rope. Fuck you. Fuck you.
Look, Flair has been injured. The referees apparently are not.
There's not a damn medic amongst them.
And the stretcher has been brought out. Flair mauled
What
by Vader
bullshit?
on the rampway.
You're not getting pinned. What is the point of this?
Race took his attention away from Vader. Vader went out and did the damage.
Yeah, if Flair actually got hurt, yes, that make okay.
Flair, a lot of pain.
But I don't think he actually got hurt.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have just been informed.
Okay, I've heard that story, Steve, so I forget who told me. Or it might be another guy who did that. Wild and Dangerous Dan was also the guy who did a match where he had to get taken out by an ambulance, but then broke kayfabe when he had to couldn't just drive to a restaurant.
What's going on here?
What?
Harley Race is scared to death of Ric Flair. He does not want.
Scared of him?
He does not want Flair to be able to make it to Starcade.
He's laying on a stretcher. Why would he be afraid of
He
him?
wants to make sure.
And look at Vader. Vader and Stunning Steve.
I love Steve getting in there like, oh yeah, Vader, you need help with this one.
In a wild one, and Fifi there with Flair.
Look at this. Apparently Vader and Stunning Steve.
I would believe that that was a legit spot if all of the medics weren't like local wrestlers. Oh my god, they're gonna do a 2-post massacre. No, that sucks. That would have been sweet. Holy shit. I've seen Sting and Vader do that spot before, and it blows my mind every time. This is the second most excited this crowd's been. The first being when Tex and Shanghai got into a fight.
Sting, as always, showing a lot of heart.
And Harley's like, hey, let me get in the ring. I'm bored.
3 men remain. 32 begin in Battlebowl.
Whoop, there it is. Whoop, there it is. In fucking Pensacola, Florida.
Sting fighting, look at Sting, fighting 2 men off.
He's being very smart now. He's got to stay away from
He's
him.
being very smart, you know, fighting 2 guys at once.
Gotta wonder how much more Sting's got left.
They've cornered him.
Sting would be so good as a white belt in a children's karate class, doing all those somersaults. Oh!
Vader bomb.
I wish there were more Austin and Vader tag matches. I think there were only a couple. They seem like they'd be a good team.
Press reception we saw earlier that he had a lot of careers on his mantelpiece. I don't know if Flair's going to be able to make it to Starcade or not after what we just saw.
I didn't think he'd make that.
Leaping all the way across the ring. They can do what they want with the Stinger now. Stinger trying to block the punches of Vader. Staggers into a big right hand. Look at this. He's a pinball.
A fine final 3. Definitely. For as much hogwash as we've seen tonight, as boring as the show's been, it's come down to a nice little conclusion here.
I give him credit. Stinger fought a hell of a fight.
Oh, hey.
But he's out now. Oh, and Vader splashes him.
Holy shit. Wild Dan and the Hickster against Abdullah the Butcher and Anybowl.tv on YouTube. I will definitely watch that. That's right up my alley. That's the best.
With help of Stunning, look at this.
Yeah, they're acting like Ric Flair's dick exploded. And they need to amputate his leg with his exploded dick.
Sting saw it coming.
Will Ric Flair make it to Starcade with no dick? See, this crowd wanted something to react to. They were desperate for it. That's why they exploded when Tex and Shanghai went at it.
Where he's getting it from, I don't know. He dropped Stunning Steve.
Yeah, a rare show where the Battle Royal is the best match.
That's why they say is the franchise.
Oh, I'm not surprised that Abdullah doesn't even get on the apron.
Because of his past, because of the paint, it's because of the determination.
I saw a Madman Pondo match with Abdullah where they never got close to the ring.
And Stunning Steve doesn't have the strength
Abdullah
to put him
couldn't
over the
physically
top.
get up there.
We're still down to 3. Big knee
Austin
to
just
the
like, yeah, I'll do a
throat
Vader
area.
bomb, but cooler, why not?
Oh man, here comes Vader now.
Yeah, Fifi
Just roll him out.
was like, please don't leave me with this weird pervert from Minnesota. Which one?
And Vader hurt his back.
Yeah, what if Vader like shoot hurt his back there and couldn't do Starcade? And Ric Flair's like, I've got an
Vader
exploded
hurt his
dick.
back. Sting is out. The only guy on his feet is Stunning Steve.
That's right. The
Oh,
man.
I thought he was going to do a
He's gotta be
stunner.
kind of a little favorite here because of what we've seen transpire. And now here he goes.
No.
I feel like they've done that a couple of times already in
Vader
this
hurt his
match.
back in the match when he powerbombed Charlie Norris in the very first Lethal Lottery tag match tonight.
All right, Yankee Hawk, thank you so much. I'll see you back next Monday. Another Monday night stream next week. Thank you, Yankee Hawk, for all the support. And yeah, have a good night. Hope you get over that. Oh, there's there goes. Nope, Austin. They're still in. Austin.
That's on the ramp.
That's right.
Is Austin out?
Wait a minute. Steve went to the floor. Steve fell off the ramp.
He could be eliminated.
I think Steve is
could
out.
be
because he
eliminated.
went
Who
from the
knows
ramp
if
to
he
the
is?
floor. He is out.
Okay, so Austin is out.
Stunning Steve Austin went to the floor. He is eliminated.
Okay, Austin's eliminated.
He is back in the ring.
And to Vader and Sting, one of the all-time great combos in wrestling history.
2 men.
Will Sting get his second ring or will Vader get his first?
Oh,
Vader with the big clothesline. Big splash.
Oh, punching at the ear of Sting.
Vader's just going to kill him.
This WCW
Kill him with
World
punches.
Champion, maybe the toughest
He's
I've
dead.
ever seen.
I don't need to throw him out. Who is Sting's best opponent? Probably, honestly, I'd say Vader.
He misses.
Oh, shit.
Vader catches the stinger.
Like, I know there's all those famous Sting Flair matches, but I don't... Sting got to be the best version of Sting with Vader. Daddy Magic is actually a very good Sting opponent. I know you're kind of Josh and Cecil, but seriously, 2.0 against Sting and Darby from that Dynamite. Second best Sting match of that AEW run.
He's trying to roll him out. He's got one leg out. Kicks him. Kicks him again.
Here he goes.
No.
Oh!
And he eliminates himself.
And Vader wins by accident.
Vader wins it.
Like in canon and kayfabe, Vader just won by accident.
1993 Battlebowl is WCW Heavyweight Champion.
Sting just lost that match by fucking up one of his finishers. But hey, that was a fun little bit. That Battle Royal wasn't bad. It was good stuff. Yay! The big evil monster has conquered the day. This is like if you lose to Koopa in Super Mario Brothers, and everybody just celebrates by the castle, and the princess kisses him.
And I got to tell you something, gentlemen. This is the most exciting. I beg your pardon.
What a weird ass ending to this show. What is happening? Yeah. Nobody knows what's happening right now. And that's the end of the show. That is literally how the show ends. So before we leave, I just want to give you guys a preview. Here's what we'll be watching next week. Next Monday. Again, I'm back Monday, but at my normal time, 9 p.m. Another Monday stream next week for WCW Deep Cuts Live 101.
One man that probably doesn't want anything for Christmas. He hasn't been a real good boy this year. That's Big Sid Vicious.
All right, so that does it. Thank you all so much for hanging out with me over the last 3 hours. I appreciate all y'all's company, all y'all's fellowship, hanging out with me, surviving Battlebowl 1993. 100 streams of WCW Deep Cuts Live, 100 editions. I love doing this every week. I love doing it with you all, and I love seeing this thing grow. Growing by leaps and bounds by the week. Thank you all so much for your support, and again, your fellowship, and the good hangs every week. This thing does not exist without you all, because quite frankly, y'all are the literal lifeblood. Without you guys, it's just me talking to myself. You guys make this so much better. So again, this has been WCW Deep Cuts Live number 100. To reiterate, due to the holiday, next week I will be back on Monday. Monday, 9 p.m. Eastern. I will not be streaming on New Year's Eve. Monday at 9 p.m. for WCW Deep Cuts Live number 101. But before I go, like I have ended the last 100 streams with, and I will end the next 100 with it as well. Even if you don't make it here next week, let's try to make it the next Monday. I'd love to have you here. I hope to have you here, but even if you don't make it here, I understand life happens. Just try to make it to next Monday. And Viva Drugz Delaney. Drugz Delaney forever. Mark, you are missed. You are loved. And we will keep your memory going as long as we can. Again, my name is Tom. This has been WCW Deep Cuts Live. Merry Christmas. Happy Hanukkah. Happy all the other holidays that I can't remember. Go to bed.